Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
I want to buy a couple ducks. I'm bringing 2 ducks to the office.
This is Early Break.
Good morning. Happy Tuesday to you, Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Happy New Year. Hope you had a great time celebrating, watching some football, bringing in the new year as we start things off. Bill has got a wonderful looking sweater over there. Look at that.
Looks like Bum Phillips.
Look at that. He's showing it to the God,
that'd be awesome.
Look at that. Look at that beautiful sweatshirt.
You got a cowboy.
But you had a cowboy hat on.
God, you look good in a cowboy hat. You have one.
I have one.
We've seen it before.
Had to have my
Getting that microphone there.
Had to have it stretched.
For those who are not watching the show,
it's stretched because your head's so
Too big.
It is. It's a melon now.
for those who aren't watching the show,
Horrible.
Bill is wearing a wonderful light blue Houston Oilers sweater this morning. A Christmas gift, Bill?
It's a sweatshirt.
Sweatshirt.
Not a sweater.
Sweatshirt. No.
Sweater.
Potato. It looks good.
No one knitted this for me, Jake.
It looks pretty good. It does look pretty good.
Tamara knit that.
Yes.
It's good looking.
Got this from my daughters.
It's nice.
Yes, from my daughters. Thank
It's
you.
super nice. It still
Yeah.
has the tag on it, interestingly, on
Where-
the back.
Oh, does it? I
On
didn't
the
know
back.
that.
Yeah.
Didn't know it. I
I'll
have to
cut
get
that
that
off
off.
later.
Yeah, we'll get that off later. Is it like a tape-on tag or is it like a regular tag?
It's a plastic tag.
Oh,
tag.
geez,
Yeah,
I
we'll
didn't
have to
see
get
that.
Yeah, didn't see that.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I like it.
Looks
Thanks for
beautiful.
pointing that out on air, Steve.
It's good. It's good looking sweatshirt.
Well, I
there.
thought maybe
Yeah.
we were
I
trying.
didn't say a word about the half your label missing off of your Under Armour shirt.
Oh, he's wearing that
Yes,
shirt today.
yes.
Yes, he is.
No,
yes.
this is
That was the first shirt you wore the first day I came in. The first day I came to the show, that's the shirt you were
It
wearing.
was a black
It
one.
was.
No, it was
Yeah.
the black one. It was the black one.
So you got two of them that have the
Yeah.
label falling
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
The logo falling off.
I still wear that black.
It's the old school iron-on label. It's not like it's not sewn in.
I don't-
Just ironed it on.
He's got half an Under Armour logo on his
Yes.
shirt.
Keith Mann told me this is supposed to be worn under a shirt.
Yeah.
Under a shirt, not over.
Is that because
Keith
the logo
Mann,
problem?
though, I would say Keith Mann is always triplicate. He's a 3-shirt guy. He's a t-shirt. He's a polo with something with something over the top of the
It's
polo.
very good recognition on your part.
Yeah, he's
Often is.
triplicate.
Not in the summertime.
Yeah. I bet he's duplicate during the summer.
Probably, yeah.
Yes, multiple layers of clothing
Interesting.
by Keith Mann.
Interesting.
He's a smart man.
We got a lot of football to talk about.
Yeah, we do. We'll get to football in a second. Anything off the bat for idle chit chat from the weekend, the new year? Anything exciting happened for you guys? Bill,
3 things.
Sip, what do you got, Sip?
Go ahead,
Three
Sip. Go
things
ahead.
real fast. I'll whip them fast.
Please
we
do.
got
Yeah.
to get the ball. No more holiday pies at McDonald's. Bullet has lost weight and is now the fastest dog in Lincoln at 9 years old.
Fastest dog in Lincoln.
Well, no, he's the fastest 9-year-old dog in Lincoln.
okay. Oh, okay.
And big shout out to Missing Tooth Greg for doing work on my truck over the weekend and frying wings that were hotter than Hattiesburg, Mississippi. I mean, he did. He's my fleet manager,
Mm-hmm.
and he went to work this weekend. It was pretty. My truck's ready for the winter.
Thanks to Misty Tooth Greg.
Thanks to have it ready for the winter in January.
That's so much.
Well, I have
Better
football.
late than never
Yeah.
here.
I do a lot of my stuff to get ready for life after football ends.
Yes.
After December ends, it's time to
I
be
kick into gear.
Taking a gear.
time to live life again.
I can add a dog situation.
Oh, please do.
Make it snappy.
We freeze sugar.
Freezed her.
Free.
Oh, you
Free. We didn't freeze her.
Very opposite things there.
No.
Freeze or
Freeze
free.
are like-
Last night for the national championship, not national championship, but the semifinal games, we took the cone off.
Good
We
God.
took the cone off. I
Thank
had to
God.
cut it. And I've never seen a dog that happy.
Thank God.
Just happy.
I was
Yes.
wondering about that last night. If that cone was still on.
Cone came off last night.
Thank God.
Yeah, so Sugar is extremely
No, I'm
happy.
serious. I'm
So happy.
Just was shocked how well Bullet handled the cone. Like it. didn't
She
seem
got better with it, but the number of things that a 6-month-old puppy will crash into at full speed.
incredible.
At full speed, they take some. Well, she went through 2 cones, just crushed them.
Okay.
Oh yeah, just crushed them.
Yeah. See, Bullet's older.
Yeah.
More mature.
Yeah, but just crushed through things. But she didn't go after a while, and she got kind of the first day. I mean, it was mayhem, just trying to get it off. Then she's like, "Okay, this is what it is, I guess." And now today today's Xanadu.
It's hard to watch a dog
It is.
run into stuff.
Yeah.
And their cone. They do it. I mean, they just
Imagine yourself with a cone on. How would you operate?
It'd be
Okay.
tough.
Be pretty tough.
I couldn't drink out of a bowl very well.
No.
I can imagine that.
Yeah. They can't. That was
You have to take the bowl, like our bowl, we had to take it and put it on the floor. She has to go right over the top of it to get on
Yeah.
top of it. When it was in her, she has a little. It sits up high where she eats it, and she can't. She
Smart.
couldn't do that. Couldn't eat it. Eat it
I
or drink.
removed the cone when he needed to drink and eat.
Well, we're happy that Sugar was able to live free last night.
What about you? You were in Colorado.
I was.
Yes.
I would say this. This is. I don't chit. This is one. I've never had probably a smoother drive back from Colorado ever, because in January it's typically snowing. Last year, I almost ran off the road like 6 times. And not because I was being irresponsible,
that's funny to me,
because
but it
the
is.
road was icy as hell, and we had to go north a different route last year because the road was closed, the typical road, and it was the worst drive ever. This year, had no road construction, no accidents. I saw maybe 2 cops the whole time.
Jeez.
Good
Okay,
mood.
So you
Good
have
mood
no
driving yesterday.
You have no excuse on song of the day because you.
I got a great. Oh yeah, I listened to music the whole time. I think I nailed it today. I think I did. It is a song I heard on the radio, on Sirius yesterday on the drive home.
I figured.
So I'm optimistic that we have a good song today. But Colorado's a good time. I'm one of those guys. I don't really care if it snows out there. If it's going to be 45 degrees, I'm fine with that.
Oh,
There's
100.
very limited snow in Fort Collins.
Really?
Little minimal snow in Fort Collins, and I was happy with it.
It's a good report by you.
I need to have my snow pants on and boots. Just
Did you play
shoes.
Old Lang Syne, like the Old Lang Syne?
I sang all
The rock and
at
roll
midnight.
version?
No, I didn't sing the
From
rock and
Slade, was it Slade?
It was Slade.
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 Good job. Good
Yeah.
job.
Good job, Bill. Did not sing that.
God dang, that was impressive.
But no, it was a fun time in Colorado. But again, I was happiest that the drive home was like just easy, and I saw 2 cop cars the whole time. That's
when
it.
was that? When was that drive?
I got home about 5 yesterday, 5 p.m.
Oh,
So I missed the first half of the game. Listened to it, but I caught the second half of the game.
the
So
Rose Bowl, the glorious Rose Bowl.
we will get to that right now. It's Idle Chit Chat,
That was a
sponsored by your
nice
friends
setting.
at Newton's Lawn Care. Call them to get ahead for 2024 fertilizing. All right. So 2 games. I would say in general, guys, correct me if I'm wrong, has bowl season until last night been a little bit underwhelming? How would you describe bowl season thus far
Well,
before
depends on the bowl.
the bowl?
I know
games?
there's been
in
some-
general.
I mean, I
Depends
love
on the bowl.
like Oklahoma,
that was a good
Arizona.
one.
Loved it. There's several that I just loved.
Yeah, there
All
were
right.
some good ones.
There were some good ones.
There's
There
some
were
clunkers. There's some good
Yeah.
ones.
Okay, so it's been a mixed bag in the bowl game. Last night, however, were 2
Oh.
epic games. The playoffs delivered to the fullest extent. Both games. Bill, what do you got?
Can I say something?
Please do, Bill.
How excited or puffed chest right now is the playoff committee?
Oh,
God, yes.
I still walk about going like,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
You guys good with these 4? You good with these 4
Yeah.
teams?
Yeah.
You guys good? Okay. Everybody good?
yeah. Florida State gets beat 63-3
It,
by
it,
Georgia.
it might have been.
There's
it,
one championship team in that game.
It might have. It might have been the one of the best day of watching football in college football
It
history.
was good.
For the 2, what was on the line,
I was freaked out.
what the games were, and it was like you watched every snap mattered.
It did.
Every snap mattered. It wasn't like, I don't know what's going on. I missed part of it. Every single snap mattered. And what did we lose?
I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah.
He had to get something.
Yeah.
Always gets something out of his pocket.
Huh.
Well, here's the score. Okay, the last night. So the Rose Bowl, you have Michigan, Alabama. Michigan wins the game. They're down 20-13, get a late touchdown. They force overtime, and they get the ball first. They score the touchdown. Bama gets snuffed at the 3-yard line, 4th and goal. Michigan wins 27-20. They're on to the national title. After
There were so, I mean, like I said, we go through both games. I was texting myself throughout both games. So I had them
texting
in my-
yourself.
Yeah, so for my notes, I didn't want to be writing stuff down. Just text myself that. I bet I had 30. I text myself 30 times during 2 games. 30 times. That's how many things were going on during that game. I mean, there was some remarkable plays on both sides of. But it was. Let me throw out one more quick thing before we delve into just one game at a time.
Yes.
Like that. Right now, Penix was the Heisman Trophy runner-up.
Mm-hmm.
If they voted today, does he win it? Does he win it by a landslide? I say yes.
Yeah, I mean, Daniels is a very good quarterback who won
And
the
I
Heisman.
agree. What he did not take away from, but as remarkable as that looked last night by Penix, on that stage.
Yes. So
that stage.
So the score, yeah, we'll get to Michigan in a second, but we'll dive into that one. But last night, the Sugar Bowl was Washington beats Texas 37-31. They survive a 4th and 11 at the 13-yard line that goes incomplete. So Washington holds on to win. They're in the finals. Michael Penix, to your point, Bill, here's his stats: 29 for 38, 430 yards, 2 touchdowns. He was hitting deep bombs left and right. I mean, his deep ball accuracy is incredible.
He only missed through maybe 1 or 2 balls. The other ones were drops, or one was a throwaway. He missed there's 2 times, but he put balls. I said it when I was watching the game with my nephews. I said there was times he hit a moving paper plate at 40 yards. That was his accuracy. It was the most insane quarterback play, and we can go back to go by in time slot of what game we want to talk about. But I'm just saying right now, I don't think there's any way that he wouldn't have won the Heisman if right now if the voting would have been after the entire season was over. If Ewers would have had that game, I wouldn't have said that, because he wasn't in that.
He wasn't really in that.
He wasn't in that conversation.
He had a very good year, but not Penix.
But when the runner up looks like that in that stage, it's like, oh wow, that was something.
So, again, 37-31 Washington. Penix was incredible in this game. They almost blew it late, but they held on to win 37-31. Let's go to the first one, though. So, again, Michigan beats Bama in overtime 27-20. Big monkey off the back for Jim Harbaugh and the Big Ten in general getting to the title game. And, Michigan's they've won 3 straight Big Ten titles. It's like, okay, now what's the next step? Can you actually beat a team? You're number 1. You're the number 1 seed. Can you act like you actually are number 1? Not be the underdog and win the game, and they did. And again, they were the better team in the first half and still find themselves down 7 at some point in the fourth quarter, get the late touchdown, and then they muffed the punt at the 3-yard line. Is that right? And they got to kneel a couple times to get to overtime, but they do get the ball, score. Blake Corm had 2 incredible runs in a row to get that touchdown, and then the defense stands up. And I think on Friday, we all expected Bama to win that game, right? I think we all predicted Bama in this studio.
Yeah.
We did.
Hate to say it.
Can we go back in time a little bit? When the game started, they talked to both coaches. Both were good. I really enjoy Coach Saban, because he handles, which I don't know in the past if he'd have been someone that would have been. We can't, if you can't hear anything, it's because Steve's getting out a candy bar.
Waiting
out of a wrapper. Right,
Need some sugar.
Yeah.
Waiting to get a word in.
Yeah. Well,
Go ahead.
No.
No, go ahead.
Harbaugh starts. They both handle it so well. Harbaugh starts off. They interviewed him on the sideline roughly 9 seconds before kickoff, and he opened up with, "Just want to say Happy New Year to everybody." It was one of the best openings I've seen by a coach ever.
That was amazing.
Both of them were good, but it was amazing how he said. So I said, "Oh, hey, by the way, Happy New Year to everybody." Just made you feel good. And then 4 hours later, he'd won one of the most epic playoff games ever.
It was an epic game. So again, Michigan does win 27-20. They're on to play Washington. But in this game, again, first half, it looked like the offense was moving the ball pretty well. Defense was stopping Bama. And then the game gets going and they're down 7. And you're just thinking this is going to happen again, where Michigan looks like the better team, but Alabama is the team that has done it time and time again. And I think that I was confused. When this game was over, I'm dead serious. There were fireworks going off in my neighborhood.
You did text that, yes.
That was not a joke. I heard fireworks from separate spots, not just one area. I saw separate spots. I couldn't tell if that was because people were happy that Bama lost, or there's actually Michigan fans intertwined our neighborhoods in Lincoln.
Maybe it's just leftover New Year's.
Did
people fire? I wasn't here. Did people fire off fireworks on New Year's this year?
Yeah, to the point where it's really annoying. Because I'm a fireworks guy at New Year's. I'm all for it. But some get like it was like 12:45 and they were still going. I'm like, okay, enough. Sugar.
No. I don't know what that would have been. You got a Michigan fan?
It feels like there's Michigan fans among us, apparently. I know of one Michigan fan, a friend of mine. That's it. But otherwise, I didn't know that there was a lot of Michigan fans that were in Lincoln. But apparently there are, because I heard fireworks booming everywhere.
Really?
Right when the game ended. It couldn't be coincidence. It had to be Michigan fans.
Man. Yeah, I don't think it's anti-Alabama. People don't hate Alabama that much, do they?
I think some do. I was a little bit surprised because I saw on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, that some people, Nebraska fans, were pissed that Michigan won. I said, Bama's been the evil empire for a long time. They have been the constant team that wins all the time in college football. I'm stunned, even though I know Nebraska fans don't like Michigan because of Big Ten 97, of course, all that stuff. But I'm surprised that there wasn't a collective support of the Wolverines. It was more of a dang.
Whoa,
I hate Michigan. Interesting.
A lot of people are turned off by the cheating scandal. I don't. Doesn't even get mentioned now.
It really doesn't at all.
I mean, not really. Well, I mean, how much talk will there be of it this week? Hardly at all.
At some point in time, they'll probably something said, but it's not been the story.
No.
It's not been the storyline.
Not hardly at all. Did they even mention on the broadcast?
No,
not really.
I didn't hear anything about Connor Stallions or vacuums or anything at all.
It's totally buried.
Or Weiss, the linebackers coach that got let go also mid-season. Didn't hear it at all. Nothing. It's all about ball.
It was Partridge.
It was. So, again, I would say that was – I don't know what to expect in the game. I thought Bama would win by 7-10.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you guys thought going into the game, what it was going to look like. But I ended up – when Bama went up by 7, I thought that's curtains for Michigan. They missed the field goal also at one point in the second half when they had to get a fumble. And think, okay, well, this is Michigan just can't take advantage of opportunities. But that was a legacy drive by Michigan.
Oh my God,
it was incredible.
To get to overtime.
They had to get a 4th and 2 at their own 30. 4th and 2. They got Corm out in the flat, and on that play there was a horrendous penalty, a block in the back by the wide receiver that he never should have done. And then he comes around the next play and makes an unbelievable catch. Unbelievable
Roman
catch.
Wilson.
Yeah. Unbelievable play. But the block in the back was like, how could that happen?
Roman Wilson.
Yeah, he was behind the play. There was no reason for that to happen. But yeah, he goes up for the fingertip catch and converts that, and then they go on to score the touchdown. So I don't know. I was pretty surprised that Michigan put it together. And now as we go to the Washington game, and again they beat Texas 37-31, you ask yourself, when you watch both those teams, what team looks better to you? What team looks like the national champion as we approach next Monday's national title? Because Washington's defense is okay. It's not elite. It's okay. Their offense under Michael Penix, as we pointed out, is incredible. They got their great receivers and Adunze and Polk and other guys out there.
Mm-hmm.
And Penix is hitting deep bomb and deep ball. I don't really know where to go in terms of who the favorite should be.
You know where to go.
Heading into Monday.
You know where to go.
Is it that clear
Michigan
to you?
pass rush and can Michigan handle Penix? I mean, a lot of it's just they sacked Milroe 6 times.
They
5
did.
in the first half.
Yeah.
Which was that was tone setting. And then I'd have to look, I don't know. How do they match up with the receivers in the back end? But it's going to be a combination of that. If Penix throws like he did, it's in Houston, so it's inside. Ooh, it's going to be tough. Penix is going to be difficult to deal with. Indoors.
Yep.
Washington's defense matches up better with Michigan than it did with Texas. They're stout. They're thick. They'll match up a little better than what they did because Texas has some unbelievable talent at every position.
They do.
They got dudes at every single spot. And going into the game, it was all the conversation was about Texas defense. That's where the conversation was up front, the defense. Yeah. I mean, and Washington left some points out there. They didn't convert a couple. They kicked 3 field goals. So they didn't convert on some things. They still scored 34 against Texas. 37.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 37. 37 points. That's a lot of points.
Yeah, Washington had 532 yards of offense. 532. 430 through the air, 102 on the ground. I thought it was, maybe you guys feel different. I thought it was odd the way that Penix was cooking in this game.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned the field goals that happened. There's a couple, and I don't want to question. I think DeBoer is a great coach, and an excellent coach, and Ryan Grubb's a great OC calling the plays. But it seemed like there's a couple 4th and 3 or 3rd and 3s where they ran the ball versus letting Penix cook. And I understand there's a play call for everything, but I was surprised they took the ball on those plays out of Penix's
There's a couple times
hands.
I said that out loud. I'm like, oh man, let the quarterback.
He's on fire.
Let him make the play if he has a chance to. But yeah, the calls you go, was it a bad call to run the ball the times they did? No, they weren't bad calls. There's some they were bad calls that didn't work. And then you're like going, why was Penix not throwing the ball or have the ball in his hands? Because Penix also had some design quarterback runs that showed up really big in that game.
Second half.
Really big in that. And just at the clutch time, they really called it. But if you just take all four of them, how about all four of the coaches, the head coaches? Unbelievable. Calmness, making decisions, doing stuff. It was really incredible.
I mean, all four games, both games, excuse me, all four coaches, they made great moments, great play calls. There was never a moment you thought that, hey, this team's going to get blown out. It's going to be a rout. We're going to have a LSU against Oklahoma 63-7 type game. That never happened. Both games, all four quarters, it was somewhat in doubt. And that's why we had said on Friday, hey, these should be games on paper that should be excellent games. And thankfully, they delivered as such. That's not a guarantee in the playoff. It hasn't been that way.
No, these are good.
So, again, final score, 37-31, Washington over Texas, Michigan 27-20 over Alabama. I got some audio from Jim Harbaugh. That. Jim Harbaugh, post-game. He was talking to a local TV reporter, and he says, this is a glorious day for Michigan football. Let's hear from Jim Harbaugh himself.
Just glorious day for the Michigan Wolverines and our team. I mean, we're so connected, such a together team. Nobody could really know just how together they are, and I knew there was just nothing could happen inside the stadium that would break that apart.
Jim Harbaugh again at the podium. Now this is interesting. He was with JJ McCarthy, right next to JJ McCarthy at the podium, and he had some very, very, very high praise from McCarthy.
I did.
Here's Jim Harbaugh on that right now.
And in overtime against Alabama, I think the last quarterback to win in overtime against Alabama was none other than Tom Brady. And I've said it before, but this is right here. This is the greatest quarterback in University of Michigan college football history. Got a long way to go to get to get where Tom Brady eventually got to, which is the GOAT. I mean, he's lapped the field when it comes to that. But in a college career, there's been nobody at Michigan better than JJ. And I know we talk about an amalgamation of quarterbacks. He is that guy.
Very high praise by Jim Harbaugh of JJ McCarthy.
Amalgamation.
I think that's a big word. I don't know. I've never heard that word before from Jim Harbaugh.
The action, process, or result of combining or uniting. I don't know what he's talking about.
Amalgamation. That was the word.
The action, process, or result of combining or uniting. Not sure what he's getting at there.
One more thing. This is.
I've never used the word, so it's impossible.
I don't think any of us have ever.
Bella, have you used it? No,
I don't. I've never heard that word before. That was said by
Jim
Harbaugh.
Being amalgamated.
Okay.
The result of amalgamating.
Okay. One more from Jim Harbaugh. This is Blake Corum on the field with Holly Rowe after the game. Here's Harbaugh and Corm.
Well, Coach, you're down here hugging players, and the first thing I hear you say to guys, I love you. Yeah. How do you describe the bond on this team that just got that win?
It's like togetherness. I mean, I don't think anybody we're so together, so connected, and we're going to overcome anything that was inside this stadium. Talk to this man right here. He made it happen.
We will. Blake, your heart is bigger than the Rose Bowl. In overtime, you get the ball twice. How did you get this win?
It was team effort. Team effort. What are you going to do when adversity hit? We hit some adversity today, a little sloppy, but we came together as one. You know, I'm my brother's keeper. I know my brothers have my back. And I told him, if we tie this thing up good overtime, we're going to win. And we came out top. I'll see you in Houston.
You had the ball. It's 4th and 2. You guys have to go for it to save your season. What was the huddle like on that play that Rome Wilson came up with the big play?
You know, Roman previously had a mistake, and he said, I promise, I'm going to make a play. And that's what Roman did. We all had faith in him. We all believed him. You know, he was just playing hard, you know, and things happen. You know, I love my guys. I don't really know what to say right now. I'm just blessed. I want to thank God for just allowing me to be here. This time last year, I wasn't here, you know, so I just want to thank God, you know, full circle, full 365, and I'm blessed.
Blake Corum in this game, 19 carries, 83 yards, and a touchdown, the 2 big runs in overtime to get them there. So, he's been a stud all year long. Donovan Edwards is also a good running back for Michigan, but, it was a full team effort. It had to be against Bama, but it was a full team effort in the win to kick off things in the playoff last night.
Steve, anything? Because you're on your phone pretty heavily there. So there must be something going on. Are we at war or something? Or that
just
going
waiting,
on?
just waiting.
Yeah.
Just waiting.
Well, the floor is yours if you want it. But
that was good. They're good games. They're excellent games.
So we'll see the title game next Monday, Washington and Michigan. I don't know if there's an early line out for that at all at this point in terms of what would you guys, I'll see if I can find you guys any guess. What would you expect that line? I have it. Okay, there's a line out. What would you expect the line to be for Washington, Michigan?
Go ahead, Bill.
I'm going to say Michigan 2, maybe. Wouldn't shock me if Washington was favored either. I'm saying Michigan 2.
I'd say Michigan's favorite.
What's your line?
2.
As of right now, it's Michigan a 4.5 point favorite.
Really?
The opening
I wonder what that is.
line.
I wonder why.
Opening line, Michigan 4.5 point favorites. I don't know. Washington, I thought, played incredible football last night. Texas is.
It'll move.
You think it'll end up at 2 Michigan?
No, I don't know. It'll move around a little bit.
Okay. But Michigan opening line as of right now, 4.5 point favorites.
It's a very different setup. I don't know. I can't say it for every game. I had my nephews looked at it just from the national championship game I was involved in a few years ago. But that was I think we played on the 31st or the 1st, and the game was the 13th.
Yeah.
This game is on the 9th. Whatever. So it's 1 week.
The 8th, yep.
Yeah,
It's what's 1 week. That never has happened yet. There's always been more time involved. So I'll give you an example. So here would have been 2 things with that. When you won the semifinal, okay, nobody was flying home. I guarantee you that Michigan flew home after the game. Usually always stay because they have to get all the way from Pasadena back to Michigan, and that's a long trip. And because they play in a week. Also, Seattle got done. So Seattle probably, I don't know if they're flying. They probably flew back last night. Also, they're probably, I don't know if they're landed yet. They're probably still in the air.
It's a long trip.
It's a long trip.
Okay, you got whipped back.
But usually that has never happened. I wonder why it was probably so big for it to fall on a Monday, I guess, for the championship game. But this game should be on a Tuesday or a Thursday. So the championship game should be. Because to have it in 1 week, I don't like that. Not when that's not been the case. The NFL is always, there was a time, 40 years ago, when the Super Bowl sometimes fell 1 week after the divisional championships.
Yeah.
They don't do that anymore. It's always 2 weeks.
Is it always 2?
It's always 2 for the last probably 40 years, probably.
Is that right?
Is
it always
a week and a half to 2 usually? Yeah.
No, NFL's always there's no week and a half in there.
Sorry. Yeah, you're right. Correct.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But
is that right?
Yeah.
Yes. Now we have a couple of texts coming in. One, Texas, despite losing the game, ran the ball very well against Washington. As you look at this game again, it's still a week, 6 days away. Question is, can Washington stop the Michigan rushing attack? And that's probably a big reason why they're favorites. But again, the passing attack you're going to stop also if you're Michigan.
Yeah, it's a good matchup. I mean, if Michigan rushes the passer like they did against Alabama, that'll obviously affect it. Penix doesn't move around that much. I don't know. Michigan's pass rush was incredible in the first half, and they got to a guy who moves around really well. I mean, I kind of like Michigan, I guess, right now.
You like Jim?
Oh,
you're a big Jim fan.
Jim's incredible.
I got to imagine it was a tough game for you to watch because you love.
It was.
You're a Roll Tide fan. You love Nick Saban and you love Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah, I was.
Mixed emotions. I'm guessing.
Yeah, I was conflicted.
Conflicted.
Yeah, it seemed like I was.
Do you know who to root for?
At the end, I was kind of rooting for Michigan. But yeah, it was a little conflicted for sure. I was definitely rooting for Texas. But
that's gonna be tough for Nebraska fans to hear.
Why is that?
Because Texas is hated here. In Washington, there's no hate for Washington. Kalen DeBoer is a guy.
Texas.
Kalen's from Millbank, South Dakota, coach at Sioux Falls.
Hold on.
He's a likable guy. As we point out, his record is incredible across Sioux Falls and Fresno State and Washington. There's just no reason to dislike the Huskies. Whereas Texas, there's lots of reason to hate for all they did in Nebraska when they played each other in the Big 12 and Big 8.
A long time ago.
Yeah, well, people don't forget. People don't forget. Once again, the title game, 6:30 p.m. on Monday. Michigan right now a 4.5-point favorite against the Washington Huskies, who won 37-31 at the buzzer. It was 4th and 11. They stopped to play. They stopped to play. It was going to the a fade route to the end zone. Huskies hang on, win the game, and they will be playing in the title game. We'll be back with more next, an early break in the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. We'd like to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And to show our appreciation, Koppel is offering some huge holiday discounts from now until January 2nd. On select new Chevrolet vehicles, we are offering $8,000 off MSRP or 1.9% financing. Yes, you heard right. That's $8,000 off or 1.9% financing on select new Chevrolets. We also have some huge discounts on our new GMC inventory, so stop on in or check us out online at koppelcars.com. Includes finance, trade, and Costco bonus with roof credit. Stock number C299464.
Liberty Law Group is committed to the defense of liberty for those accused and the pursuit of justice for those injured. Liberty Law Group's relentless trial attorneys specialize in criminal defense and personal injury law. We believe in treating every client with respect, compassion, and understanding. We know that navigating the legal system is stressful and overwhelming, but Liberty Law Group will carry that burden for you. When you're facing legal issues, make the right call. 877-42-LIBERTY. That's 877-42-LIBERTY.
Today's agenda includes office meetings this morning, followed by a client lunch, then back to the office for another meeting, and ending the day with a presentation at a client's office. When you are on the go, you need an office phone that goes with you. At Hamilton, our business phone systems make it easy to sync your office phone features to your cell phone for quick and seamless call handling, no matter where you work. If your current office phone can't do this, you need better. Hire your local experts. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Golfing in 72 degrees and perfect conditions in Nebraska doesn't seem possible in the winter, but it is. Double Eagle Golf is your escape from the bone-chilling cold outside and a reason to keep your clubs out year-round. Book a bay with some friends for a weekend or come by for golf and happy hour on a weekday. Spring leagues begin in February. Get signed up today. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex at West O Street. Online at doubleeagle.golf.
Not many businesses can say they've made it 60 years, but Madsen's Bowling and Billiards can. With 12 bowling lanes and the biggest pool room in Nebraska, where else would you go to enjoy an afternoon or evening? There's a great daily specials like $2 Tuesdays, games of bowling, shoe rentals, draft beers, and tacos, all just $2 each. Have a delicious burger at EJ's Lounge before or after your bowling or pool session, and you'll leave satisfied. Madsen's Bowling and Billiards at 47th and Dudley.
This is Jeff Essing, owner of Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping and host of Fitness Fanatics. Over the years, we've helped countless people gain strength, lose fat, build confidence, and change their life. And it all starts with the Farrell's 10-Week Challenge. Now is the best time to sign up with the new year right around the corner. You can enroll for the January 10-Week Challenge for only $299. That's 10 weeks of kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching. Head to fxblincoln.com for more information on how to enroll. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 40th and Yankee Hill and 70th and Vine.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Ready to upgrade your combine with new technology to make your harvest more efficient, meaning more money in your pocket? The team at Landmark Implement is here to help find the right combine for harvest. Plus, when you purchase a pre-owned combine from Landmark, you are backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network, along with mobile techs and parts drop-off points to keep you up and running, reducing downtime. View inventory online at landmarkimp.com or stop by your local Landmark to experience the Landmark difference.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
Hi, it's Joel Norman, the voice of your Lincoln Stars hockey team. Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket every Tuesday night from 8 to 9 p.m. to hear the latest on the Stars with myself, head coach Rocky Russo, and special player guests.
This is Brian at Midwest Bank, and we've been proudly serving clients in the Lincoln community since 2008, and we're excited to open a second location in January 2024 at 70th and Pioneers Boulevard. Our new branch will provide all the convenient services you're looking for in a bank, along with the friendly staff we're known for. Whether you're starting a business or expanding your business, our team is here for you, your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
This
Anybody who knows me knows I was cocky out of the womb.
is Early Break with Sip and Jake, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
I'm not really surprised to see that this from the text line. I knew this was going to happen when Sip said this the past segment, but when you said you were polling for Texas,
I was different.
Not, the text line. I knew it was going to happen. But some response to that moment said, "Come on, Sip, you can't do that. Horns down, Sip. Sip, no, just no."
No. I don't have nothing. I don't have anything against Texas. I have nothing against Texas.
Ever?
No. I mean,
you get why Nebraska fans do, though, because all the pain they caused the Huskers. Last time we played in 2010
they didn't do anything illegal.
Or 29, excuse me.
Just won games, right?
yeah, but you don't like teams that beat you all the time, though. Texas has Nebraska's number forever and ever. It really did. Yeah, people don't forget. People don't forget that's still a rivalry, even though you don't play them anymore. It's still a team you don't like. So, not of that. That's a head scratcher from people. That Sip was polling for Texas last night.
Yeah, I mean, I've always kind of liked them. I mean, going way back. Look them.
Going back to who?
Well, I mean, like going back to Earl Campbell.
Okay.
I mean, going back to Makovic. I mean, just going way back.
So you're a big Makovic fan. You think that was your...
Yeah,
that's your guy.
Well, not Makovic, but going back.
Yeah, he's basically a giant failure there. And if you're a big Earl Campbell fan at Texas, you really weren't alive yet. Because he went to the Oilers like in 1970.
No, I was alive for Earl.
Barely when he was playing at Texas, you would have been like 4
or 7.
Yeah, I don't know what that. And you were watching him a lot. Were you really locked in on?
I don't know.
On Earl at age 5.
I like Bear Bryant. Like Bear Bryant, but I wasn't alive.
Makovic, yeah. Oh, this is interesting.
I like Bear Bryant, but I wasn't alive for it.
Yeah.
You've also hurt people because they're lost his coffee.
Yeah, I did.
Because
Bella's helping me.
Nebraska also just lost to Texas in volleyball in the title game. There's still a hurt there.
Oh my God, really?
I'm speaking for the text line. It's not for me. There's a text line thought. Fans thought
Get
there.
over it.
I'm fine with that. Yeah, get over it. Next season. You're on the next season there. You also in the break were pointing out a head scratch you had regarding the final play of the game.
There's
in
two.
Texas and Washington.
I mean, nobody's talking about it, and I understand why, because it wasn't really evident. But Elijah Jackson, I thought you could have called maybe interference. I kept watching Adonte Mitchell on that last play. He couldn't get off the ground. I was like, why didn't he jump? I mean,
this is the 4th and 11 play.
Yeah,
okay.
on a fade ball.
Yes.
Why didn't he get off the ground? Well, it's because Jackson's left arm was on his shoulder, and you couldn't see it because he's wearing a white glove and it's against that Texas white. So you weren't going to see it, and you probably weren't going to call it. But I just kept thinking, why didn't he get off the ground?
Was he begging for a flag?
No,
I
don't think so.
I wasn't begging for the flag.
But he couldn't jump. He couldn't get off the ground. I mean, if he gets off the ground, he probably makes a catch, but he couldn't get off the ground. And then, the Milrow call was, it's always going to be, people are always going to be questioned that he took a low snap and burrowed into the line of scrimmage like he was going for 1 yard. He never had a chance to score. Didn't block it well. I think they're trying to gap him, and it wasn't the blocking wasn't there.
I think the snap really threw off his timing with the puller. I think the snap really threw off his timing. I think panic set in a little bit when the ball was low because you want to say. I was more perplexed. I didn't want when they motioned the running back out to empty, which is very common. That right there should have alerted you for quarterback draw. But when they did that, the linebacker who had him, he didn't go for a long time. I'm watching him I'm like, you got to go. And it just took a long time to be able to go. But that is a huge clue on that play is anytime there's motion to empty, quarterback counter, quarterback run, something of that nature. And so, but it wasn't, it just didn't, it's one of those plays that just didn't look good.
No.
And that's why it comes off in that fashion because it wasn't a good looking play. If they'd done something else, it'd been a great time for speed option because they were in a all out pressure. Obviously, and that's where speed option comes in. Now, obviously, in motion to empty, you can't do that, but there would have been a time to be able to see something like that. But in either way, it's like they had a play call. They worked it. That's what their call was. They wanted to go with. It depends on how many times they changed the call according to Saban because
they changed it twice.
Timeouts. Yeah,
they changed it twice. Now, I'm not. I don't want to. It was just. If it's blocked well, it probably works. So it was how it is. If it doesn't work and it's a bad play call, it's just. I thought maybe the quarterback panicked a little bit.
Well,
just burrowed into the line.
Well, there's good. Look at the last couple of games for Alabama. They've had some snap issues.
Big snap.
Let's go back to Auburn. Let's go back to the Auburn game.
Yeah.
The reason they had 4th and 32 from the goal line is because they had a bad snap.
Huge.
And it happened again early in the game.
They got out of the series because the ball snapped again. Threw it by the quarterback.
Yep. They had big snap issues.
If you watch Milrow trying to take a snap in general, it's a focus. Usually it's catch the ball. It's standard. He is like watched it in the whole time because he's terrified of the snaps being a problem.
We've seen
that at Alabama.
We've seen that before here, and it was real. It was a real problem.
This is Alabama.
I know. Snaps were low. Snaps were not on. Their timing was off a couple times. It was definitely a problem. And it bit him at the very worst time. I can see who that center is. I think his name is McLaughlin.
Yeah, it's
Seth McLaughlin.
When you see a center snap problem in Nebraska, it's again it sucks. It's a Big Ten, it's a big program, but Nebraska's been struggling for 7 years now. Alabama has been the kings of football forever. It's very odd. This is not a one-time occasion, but several times, several games now, including in the championship a couple times. Or the Rose Bowl a couple times. It's just odd for Alabama. You don't see that ever.
You don't expect it. That guy's a senior. Seth McLaughlin's a senior.
That was an epic drive by Michigan to go down and get that to score that.
They had 41 yards to that point in the second half.
That's it. That's all.
41 yards.
They had like I said, a couple first downs.
And they weren't doing anything.
One first down was on a kind of a miracle play, but they had not moved the ball at all.
Saban did both sides of the ball. Saban and his staff made great adjustments at halftime because Michigan was taking it to him. then Alabama adjusted. They got going on offense. Well, they started running the ball.
Mm-hmm. They did.
They started running
quarterback runs. They ran the ball.
I thought the moment Michigan was in the biggest trouble in the second half was that they get the tide is turned to Bama, and then Michigan recovers a fumble on Bama's side of the field.
The tide had turned,
but then Michigan tries a flea flicker, and Corm rushes it because the guy's right at him, and they fumble it. Goes back 8-9 yards. They get back in field goal range. They miss the kick. I'm like, well, there we go.
You thought it was a killer.
There's momentum we had to have for Michigan, and they still found a way to get back in the
deep
game.
over route was wide open. Open. Yeah, they showed there was no one even near him. He probably scores. But now Corm, I don't know what you tell him. If he holds on the ball a little bit longer,
gets tackled.
He just made it because he's like, I have to get rid of this thing right now.
Play got blown up.
Yeah.
Play got blown up. Credit Alabama.
Great play by the linebacker.
Alabama was in the right defense.
Yeah.
Yeah. They had some sort of a middle linebacker shoot type of pressure on. and that's what happened to cause the jack the whole thing up.
It was an incredible game. And Jake, there was a point in the second half where you thought Alabama has all the momentum,
They
and
did.
then Milroe fumbled.
Yep,
that was it.
Yep,
because I kept saying, "How are you going to turn the tide?"
Is that what you said? Did you say that?
I said it about 17
times.
How are you going to turn the tide? Now you got to turn the tide.
But that
Milroe turned it.
But again, that's the same drive though that Michigan gets the ball and they missed the field goal. That was the same drive.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't fumble after that though. That's what I was saying. Like this,
So there was
this is your chance, and they didn't take advantage of it.
There's a couple.
Not really.
No, there's a couple things I'll hit to on Bill Thrills on Football Facts, but something to talk about that happened in the game for Michigan that was shocking.
Mm-hmm.
How many? First of all, when they missed the extra point, did anyone ever bring up? I bet this comes back to haunt them. Everyone. I mean, did not everyone go? Oh man!
Yeah.
How many times during that game you're going like, oh, that'd have been a big to have that extra point.
Yeah.
But
good point.
They roll the ball back. There was a horrible snap on the missed extra point. Horrible snap on the missed extra point. It goes underneath this. Now, first of all, the holder has been able to make those plays, and on an extra point, you have a pretty good chance to salvage the play and make it. He doesn't even field it. He doesn't even field the ball. No, shoots through. It's like you see Harbaugh's face is like, how could that have just happened? Because he knew right away. When that happens, you're not going like, no, we'll make it up. No problem. Way. And then the next thing for us is for special teams thought is they missed the field goal. And the reason they missed the field goal was on the snap again. The snap was high and inside.
Michigan?
Yes. Michigan.
Yeah, so when a lot of special teams problems.
So when he went to put it down, he had to do what? He had to go like this. He was like, boom, down. And it's so different than just catching down.
Mm.
Well, what you need to understand is that, and I changed it a little bit from talking to Sam Cook when I was with him, when I'm visiting with the Ravens, is that you want to try to, if you watched Nebraska when I was there, we were as far away from the kicker as probably anybody in the country, because I want him to catch the ball and have the ball away from the holder, not up tight to the holder's body, so the kicker can see the ball.
Yeah.
When the ball gets snapped up here, the kicker's got no vision of the ball until what? Bam, bam, and the ball's off, and he hooks it. And that was on. Can the kicker make that kick? Sure, he can. I'm just telling you, watch the NFL guys. No, that ball's right here. It's right here every time.
Perfect.
They're not scrambling. So he put ones on the ground. He actually, if you watch that on the missed field goal, you'll see that the holder actually had to rise up to catch. So it was like, huh. And it's like those little things. So two snaps being off almost takes Michigan out of the national championship.
Well, and they dropped a punt too.
Yeah.
They dropped a punt early.
They
dropped two punts.
Yeah. They muffed two punts. They lose one of them, and the other one they recover at their 1 yard line.
Yeah, they muffed the early one.
Yep, which they lost. That ball went back to Bama.
Right. Then the late one he muffs at his
inside.
So if you go through,
close.
If you go through the time limit, so I'm watching it with my nephews right away. So I go, like, what do you think? I'll go, okay, they changed returners, because I felt that 82 was very overwhelmed.
Freshman.
On the true freshman.
Semaj Morrison.
When he dropped the ball on the punt return, which happens, I get all this, but he didn't track the ball at all. The eyes didn't track the ball down. And if you remember
the first one,
about what is third quarter, they throw a ball for a first down right through his hands. It was perfect. It was thrown, and he didn't even slow it down.
Freshman.
And it just looked like it was like this moment was maybe too big.
Yeah, Fowler says, "Oh, McCarthy's getting loose. Look at the replay." No, it's a perfect throw. It was a perfect throw.
It couldn't have been. He's gonna get 15 yards in the first down. Could change the game.
Yep.
And I text myself. I go 82 looks like the moment might be a little big. So then at the end of the game, though, I go, all right, scores tied. I go, this is a no catch situation. And my nephew's like, what do you mean? I say, you tell the returner, do not even try to catch this ball. We're going to overtime. What are the odds when the ball went down to the 10 that they're going to get the ball and go down and get points?
Minimal. I mean, it's like 30 seconds left, right?
So
40 seconds left.
It's not worth the trade-off. It's called no catch. It's called no matter what, you're not catching it. I don't care what happens. You're not catching the ball. And you say we're going to overtime. The play that guy made, that the ball didn't get repunched out after he reacquired the ball, at the one.
Oh, yeah, two guys there.
It got hit immediately.
Yep.
I mean, it was mind-boggling what had just went down. And I know
Michigan's going to fix at that point because you can't kneel.
Yeah, it was like they couldn't even take a knee.
They got a couple yards. That was a huge 2 or 3 yard push.
Corm. Corm got him like a yard and a half. And that gave him some. Oh God!
This goes straight down. There's no straight down. Well, I think they called timeout. What happened on that?
I about lost my mind. I'm like, did Michigan call timeout after? So it must have been.
Bama's
all,
out timeout.
All we can figure out is that Alabama called it pre-snap, like right before the ball got snapped.
Maybe.
Had to have been, because they wouldn't have called timeout. I was like, okay, we're going to overtime. All of a sudden, like, hold it.
Right, that was weird.
That was weird.
It was a weird timeout.
What is happening?
Yeah,
right
nobody
now?
knew what was going on.
Yeah.
Michigan's really good on special teams, so it was really odd to watch them flounder around like that.
Yeah,
they're a great special teams team.
Yeah,
it was weird.
And it happened in both games. Think about this. We talked about
him
this
up to punt
2 weeks ago. We talked about the exact words in here were, don't ever put it away. Don't ever overlook the value of being able to field the ball.
Oh my God! Yes.
Just the value of being able to field the ball.
God.
And it almost cost both teams a national championship.
It did.
Cost both teams a national championship.
It's curious they put a freshman back there, but he must have been okay this year, Morrison. Did Morrison catch that pass and scoot up the sideline and get in? Was that Simaj Morrison that turned on the Jets?
No.
Wasn't?
No, it was not him. No.
Was it a touchdown or not?
Yeah.
The first touchdown down the sideline.
Tyler Morris.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Tyler Morris.
But it was. You're right though, Sip. It was his first touchdown of the season.
Yeah,
how about that?
That's right.
That's
That's amazing. Yeah, we had 11.
When'd you score? Well, I got that one against Bama.
Jets, boy, that's speed. He turned it on. I mean, it was amazing to watch that.
Yeah.
I don't know how he stayed in and he turned on the Jets. What a game! I mean, it was an incredible game. Never forget as long as I live.
Really? That one?
No, I never will. It was incredible.
Both of them. Back to back. This is the truth. The last play of the game for both games, I stood.
Yeah.
I was standing in front of my TV.
Yeah.
I stood. I was standing in front of the TV. I go, this is incredible drama.
It was.
Yeah, we begged for it and we got it.
It was
dramatic games.
Yeah. It was amazing.
I loved Jim kicking the extra point. You're right. Everybody's going, you go for two? No. Everybody calm down. We have the momentum.
Right down the middle.
We have the momentum.
100.
Go to overtime. Let's just go play here. Let's just go play here.
And both overtime, extra point, and that one right down the middle. After all the snap issues.
Yeah.
How about Jim?
Yeah.
How about Jim?
Happy New Year. First thing he said to everybody. I appreciated that.
Man.
I did. I appreciate that.
Happy man, Jim Harbaugh.
I don't even know what to say about him sometimes. He's amazing.
Well, he's on to the finals. When we come back, Bills, Thrills, and Song of the Day, and an early break in the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Concrete Industries, a Nebco company, has immediate job openings for precast production laborers. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $20 per hour and a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
This is Brian at Midwest Bank, and we've been proudly serving clients in the Lincoln community since 2008, and we're excited to open a second location in January 2024 at 70th and Pioneers Boulevard. Our new branch will provide all the convenient services you're looking for in a bank, along with the friendly staff we're known for. Whether you're starting a business or expanding your business, our team is here for you, your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com, member FDIC.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL Weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, expecting mainly sunny skies. We'll see an afternoon high of around 39. Tonight, partly cloudy skies with patchy fog is possible. Late, we'll see a low around 20. And tomorrow, more patchy, even freezing fog possible as well, especially in the morning. Then mainly sunny skies with the high around 35. I'm meteorologist Kyle Klecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
John Henry's would like to remind you, if you haven't already, to unhook your outdoor hoses and check faucets for leaks so your pipes don't freeze. As the official plumber of the Huskers, you know who to call when a plumbing issue arises. From frozen pipes to clogged drains, we can help you protect your home this winter. Give John Henry's a call today to schedule at
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing. Heating and air.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Herrick Services takes this time to wish everyone a happy new year. They are thankful for many things from 2023 and hope that 2024 brings prosperity for you and starts off well for everyone in your life. This important message comes to you from Bart and the folks at Herrick Services, your vending specialists here in Lincoln. Their quality service and expertise has earned them a fine reputation. That's Herrick Services, on the air because they care.
If you're not going to Memorial Stadium for a home game and don't have any travel plans for away games, there's a great place in Omaha to catch the action, the Inner Rail Food Hall. There's plenty of space. The Backstretch Bar has amazing game specials on game days. $15 Blue Moon and Bud Light pitchers, $6 margaritas, and $6 Moscow Mules. And if you're hungry, take in some of their great options from their game day pizza specials. Do football game day right in the Inner Rail Food Hall in Exarban Village in Omaha.
You love to bash his sports takes.
Now, will you feel like an idiot if you're
No,
a big tough?
never feel like an
If
idiot.
you're a big tough guy this morning,
But you really love to voice your displeasure for his music choices.
stumbled on an issue that I did not think would generate this much passion and discussion.
It's time for Jake's questionable song of the day on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Burn, baby, burn. Once again, your song of the day, Disco Inferno by Tramps from 1976.
Nice.
464-568-51 is bad. 10 is good. Text your rating on the Sauter Heyman Jewelers song of the day.
Did I hear the line right? Burn this mother down.
Yeah, he did say
heard
it.
Burn this mother down. That was a great song.
My
It's a beautiful
7 hours
song.
of driving, I chose that to get the song that I enjoyed. And I know that song very well, but you don't hear it very often.
No. Well, you heard it. Well, I don't know what Bill would say here, but we heard it when we were kids. It was always being played.
That's I've heard that song. I knew every word.
Yeah.
I knew every word. Yes.
And Rubber Band Man.
Rubber Band. Oh, don't even start with me. It's one of the Put a band between his toes. Oh yes. Rubber
I had a
band,
friend-
rubber band, man.
I've told Jake I used to play. We used to play sandlot or not, football in the grass with my friends when we were little kids. And I had a friend named Joe Justice, and he would run the ball and he'd sing that song as he was
As he was dancing, as he was running.
Yeah.
Rubber band man, rubber band man.
It was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. It was unbelievable.
Making you miss.
Yeah,
rubber
he
band
was
man.
juking around. Jake, God.
Oh, thank you. Thank
Tramps.
You.
Never heard of the Tramps.
Tramps was 2 A's. TRAAMPS.
So right now, if you'd have gave me, I'm going to say, let's go 4,444 guesses. I wouldn't have got it.
No,
would never.
I would expect you to.
There was a series on. I want to say it was either HBO Max or Netflix. Pretty Little Lies, and they had the Tramps play at a party.
Okay,
it was the real band. It was amazing.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was the real. It was amazing. It was just. It was on like a series, but yeah, they played that song. It was incredible. Jake, that is 9. That's a 9. Just a 90006. 9006.
Ditto.
2900.
Yes, yeah, I did. That's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say.
You took the same score as Bill to the decimal.
Yes.
To the thousand.
That was a strangely good pick by you.
Yes.
Bella gives it a 9-1.
Yes.
We're all in the same ballpark.
Yeah.
See,
crushed it.
the drive home, I was paying attention
to
what the radio was offering me there.
Tramps.
Some ratings here before we get to Bill's Thrill. 6.5 from Matt. Cheeseburger says 10. Who in Columbus? Bird. 6.8 from Bird in Columbus. Mike.
That was a really good one.
That was good. Mike and Dalton, 8.25. John in Southeast Lincoln, 9.8. Notorious B.I.B., 7.1. Ellis in Illinois, 8.7. The Dude in Costa Rica. 9.5. 9.1 from Pecan Pie. A lot of 9s and 9-1s today.
Yeah, he did good on that
So
one.
thank you to Tramps for providing us that.
Just stay in the 70s.
Yeah, just stay there.
I can do that. I like this. I like this. This is not tough
What
for
if
me.
we? Okay, what did you play for the first show of the year? 70s.
1976.
Let's see if you can go all year. Let's see if you can go all
Might
year.
be some repeats at that point.
Let's see if you can go all year.
Played a lot of 70s.
People get tired of it.
Imagine also it's like August. Like,
tell
70s.
I'll
be going to hell.
I can't believe this.
Oh, Chick just went with the Bee Gees again.
Andy Gibb once again over here. Amazing.
Incredible.
All right, we got to get to Bill.
Hang on. After legal ID, 1 second.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Yes, it is now time for the first 2024 edition of Bill's Thrills here on January 2nd, a Tuesday. Here we go.
Some call him the most interesting man in the world.
That is setting up the morel mushroom bonanza.
Oh, yeah.
We
This is gonna be
need it.
bonanza?
Mushrooms grow better with thunder and lightning.
Others call him Coach. But to everyone else, he's Bill.
I want to get one of those military ab stimulators for us to wear during the show. You see, I sent you today.
It's time for Bill's Thrills on Early Break. Sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors.
Yes, Bill's Thrills is sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors, the ATMs, the cash cows of Lincoln. They'll get you out to a great start for 2024 for sure.
And they've also changed a plan. Here's what they're going to do, guys, as far as the Mid-Plains Advisors, is that they're going to spot you 5,000. They're going to spot you 5K, 5 large.
Okay.
Just to get your bankroll going.
Okay.
They're going to spot you that. Yes.
Can you invest that?
But yes, you can invest that.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
Good question.
Yes.
Good question.
No, they don't just give it to you. That'd be the best. Where'd you go? What's the races? I went to Funner Park. So they're going to spot you 5K. And that's how you're going to get started. Yeah.
That's a Christmas present.
Yes.
They're just generous guys. They're good people over there. Mid-Plains.
Just generous Christmas.
You didn't flip the page. This is
I got things going. Look at all the notes I've got. I had Bill Thrills had 90 things to talk about.
Okay. All right, go.
First thing I want to talk about
Got a headline.
is start off with is just hope. Hope for the people always say, well, where's Nebraska? You watch those teams play, then they're really good. Where are they at? Why is Kellen DeBoer at Washington? Any idea? Because several years, 3 years ago, Washington failed miserably. They got fired. Jimmy Lake got fired.
Jimmy Lake was horrible.
He was.
They got
following
fired.
Chris Peterson.
So I just want you to think about this. That did not. That's why DeBoer is there, because of failure. So they were in a spot where they were firing their head coach. In roughly, I'm going to say, was it 3 years later? 4 years? They're in the national championship game. That brings hope to everyone, in my opinion, because they went out and got a quarterback from Indiana. Then when he went to Washington, nobody was all worked up about it. It's like, wasn't even
coming off injury.
He'd played well, but didn't his last year at Indiana, because he came off the UCL, didn't play well at all. Now, he didn't have the same players. I get all that, but there's hope. But let's go with this one. We haven't even talked about this, and this is the part that I mean, talk about going crazy. The clock, how that game ended. So
Washington, Texas.
Yes, a couple things. One, I thought, this is hindsight now. Again, Jake was right. They put the ball in the hands of the quarterback, but on the when they kicked the field goal to go ahead, if they ran the ball and centered it, they'd use 3 or 4 more seconds. There's a lot of time left, but Texas would have had to have used a timeout, which would have basically put the game after they got the onside over. But they didn't. They threw it incomplete. Then they kicked the extra point.
Ooh.
That's what kept the timeout on. It was a 3rd and 10.
Think about that.
So I'm thinking, as I'm watching with my nephews, I say, they're like, what's going to go down? I go, they're going to center the ball, make them use their timeout, kick it, go up by 9. They have 1 timeout. That means if you get the onside kick, if they do score, that's going to happen. Huge play.
Oh my God. Now, are they thinking like that, or is it just luck into that?
No, they didn't do that.
Okay, they didn't do it.
They didn't do it. But at the time, it's like, okay, what will be the best thing? This is all hindsight. Again, this is way behind the deal.
I see.
The next play that was remarkable, that also won the game for him, was on 3rd and 5 at the 10-yard line. They knocked the ball down on defense. It made him go for the field goal. If they get a touchdown on that drive, then they're just driving to get a field goal to win the game at the end of the game. Instead of all they needed was a field goal to win. Instead, they made him kick that. So that was huge. But here's the part, and I don't understand the officiating. I still lost my mind. I went nuts. So with roughly, whatever it was, 50-some seconds to go, Texas is out of timeouts. And they hand the ball off, and Washington's running back gets hurt. Their own team gets hurt. Texas has no timeouts. It stopped the clock. I thought they were going to rewind the clock to run it. My point is, if the quarterback would have just taken the ball and taken a knee, the clock would have ran down to about 18 seconds. They would have punted. They'd have got it back with 10. They got it back with 48. That's an incredible.
Is this a crystal ball type thing for Miami at all? Or
no. They had to run a play, but they just
Huge difference.
And so it was they couldn't run the clock out. No, it was not a crystal ball type play at all. But then also their starting running back then gets hurt, probably out for the national championship game. They had to carry him off the field.
Ooh.
But I don't understand the rule. How you can be on offense and one of your guys gets hurt and it stopped and the clock doesn't. I thought once they came off, they're going to wind the clock and they put it to 25 seconds, that at least the 25 would go off. They didn't. They got the ball back.
They might have made a mistake.
As I was losing my mind because they kept saying it'll start on the snap, and my nephew's like, "It's gonna start on the snap." And I go, "That can't be right. There's no way in the world." But on that case, so this is again hindsight. If the quarterback just takes the snap and takes a knee, then all of a sudden they're gonna run that clock down. They're gonna get the ball back with about 12 seconds. That's it. Game over.
Game over.
Game over. That didn't happen. Then it gets better of weird stuff happening. They punt and they hit an awful punt. They hit just like a line drive punt. Yeah. And I think it was the long snapper runs into the punt returner and gives them 15 more yards. They caught the ball at the 20 and we had the ball at the 35.
Yeah, around
there was so many so that's why at the end of the game, in my mind, it was so dramatic because Washington could have taken the game down to nothing.
Yeah, they did.
And it didn't happen. And so it would have been one of those things. So if you lose that game, that would have been one that would haunt you so bad
forever
because of the
clock stuff.
And I wouldn't say it was mismanaged. They just handed it off. If he doesn't get hurt, the game's basically over.
Yeah.
If he doesn't get hurt, I just can't imagine how he can. It's almost like, hey, here's the deal. If they're going to run the clock out on defense, like hurt somebody, stops the clock. I mean, just think about it.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
Good God.
That can happen. That clock. That once he got off the field, that they wouldn't have been like, wind it. The clock keeps going, and it completely stopped. I don't understand it. I'm completely baffled by how that can be.
Go back and look at that.
How that can be a rule, because I was losing my mind, and then right away when I'm like, and then they run into the dude.
Did the commentators talk about it at all?
No, they did not.
See, I'm telling you, Bill, a lot of that stuff you see gets by people. I mean, the common, like the layman, just doesn't see what you see. We just don't. We just don't see what you see.
It was that's very kind of you. I don't know about that.
No, we don't.
Because I've been on the other end before on defense. You're going like, oh, what's happening here?
Yeah,
what's happening here? When they got the ball back at the 35 with 45 seconds, whatever it was, I'm like, and then what they do? They hit one big pass. They hit one big pass down the sideline.
They did, and boom, they're in business.
And there you are. In fact, they had 4th and 11 at the 13-yard line.
They're in business.
They had a chance to win a very good chance to win the game.
Yeah, I mean, and I know.
With all that being said,
could you imagine it? Like I said, you would have that would have been one of those games for the rest of your life. You could have, on the last play of the game with 1 second left, you lose when it could have been over, OVER, just completely done with no chance.
I'm going to tell you something, Bill. There are coaches, and I would never name them, that I just don't trust with clock management down the stretch of games. There are coaches I absolutely trust, like Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah.
Absolutely, he can handle the clock. But man, and PJ Fleck, great clock management guy. But there are guys I just say, no, have somebody buy you. Have somebody buy you. Because you can't do this.
And this was 100%. Hear me out now. I'm not going to put it on the head coach. They ran the ball. Now, hindsight would have been, don't hand it off. Just the quarterback keep it and take a knee. Then the clock. Then no one's getting hurt. But they handed it off, which is fine. So
this was just circumstantial.
This was circumstantial.
This wasn't bad.
This wasn't bad. No. It was not. It was not where it was like, oh my God, that was horrendous. But I'm just saying, was there a play in it? That's one of those deals where you go, oh wow, didn't think through that one.
Oof.
But where if the quarterback just takes a knee, or wind it down to nothing before we have to punt the ball and get it out. But it was just one of those. I just can't imagine that rule. How when your own side gets hurt when you're the one that wants the clock
might
going.
have been botched.
It's like you can't do it on the other side. Texas
might have been botched.
Texas can't fake an injury to stop the clock. They can't. They can't do it.
No.
So anyway,
they might have botched it.
It was just fun. It was just incredible what happened with the clock. Not clock management, but just how it happened.
Right. It just points up how valuable that clock is. It's ridiculous, and in late in games it is a mega factor. Like, freaks me out.
Washington still survives and holds on to win 37-31. That's Bill's Thrill, sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid Plains Advisors. Hour 2 next on Early Break in the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Golfing in 72 degrees and perfect conditions in Nebraska doesn't seem possible in the winter, but it is. Double Eagle Golf is your escape from the bone-chilling cold outside and a reason to keep your clubs out year-round. Book a bay with some friends for a weekend or come by for golf and happy hour on a weekday. Spring leagues begin in February. Get signed up today. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex at West O Street. Online at doubleeagle.golf.
Concrete Industries, a Nebco company, has immediate job openings for precast production laborers. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $20 per hour and a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread's Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread's Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Why are New Year's resolutions always about getting to the gym more or dieting? We fail ourselves before the first month of the year is already over. Why not resolve to eat better, tastier foods in 2024? Look no further than Fuhrer's cheese spread. Stop eating your apples, vegetables, crackers, and chips plain. Give them some flavor. Fuhrer's cheese spread awakens your taste buds. Now that's how you start a new year. Find your container of Fuhrer's cheese spread today at your local grocery store.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. It's a new year, and Fairway has deals this week like 93% lean ground beef for just $4.99 per pound, USDA choice beef rump roast for $3.99 per pound, buy 2 8-ounce bacon-wrapped turkey broils for $7, or buy 10, get 5 free on all-natural boneless pork ribeye chops. Your new year starts at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Not many businesses can say they've made it 60 years, but Madsen's Bowling and Billiards can. With 12 bowling lanes and the biggest pool room in Nebraska, where else would you go to enjoy an afternoon or evening? There's a great daily specials like $2 Tuesdays, games of bowling, shoe rentals, draft beers, and tacos, all just $2 each. Have a delicious burger at EJ's Lounge before or after your bowling or pool session, and you'll leave satisfied. Madsen's Bowling and Billiards at 47th and Dudley.
This is Jeff Essing, owner of Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping and host of Fitness Fanatics. Over the years, we've helped countless people gain strength, lose fat, build confidence, and change their life. And it all starts with the Farrell's 10-Week Challenge. Now is the best time to sign up with the new year right around the corner. You can enroll for the January 10-Week Challenge for only $299. That's 10 weeks of kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching. Head to fxblincoln.com for more information on how to enroll. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 40th and Yankee Hill and 70th and Vine.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. We'd like to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And to show our appreciation, Koppel is offering some huge holiday discounts from now until January 2nd. On select new Chevrolet vehicles, we are offering $8,000 off MSRP or 1.9% financing. Yes, you heard right. That's $8,000 off or 1.9% financing on select new Chevrolets. We also have some huge discounts on our new GMC inventory, so stop on in or check us out online at koppelcars.com. Includes finance, trade, and Costco bonus with roof credit. Stock number C299464.
Herrick Services takes this time to wish everyone a happy new year. They are thankful for many things from 2023 and hope that 2024 brings prosperity for you and starts off well for everyone in your life. This important message comes to you from Bart and the folks at Herrick Services, your vending specialists here in Lincoln. Their quality service and expertise has earned them a fine reputation. That's Herrick Services, on the air because they care.
Wake up, Lincoln.
I overslept. Damn rooster didn't crow.
It's time for Early Break, sponsored by Midwest Bank. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I'm wrong, but I'm not.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
If I were a feral cat.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
You get one team. Mine's the Houston Oilers. I'm not the Texans and I'm not the Titans. So I'm out.
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Tuesday, our first show of 2024. Steve Sipple. I almost said Steve Schindler. You're Steve
Shin Daddy.
He's right there. Steve
He's back.
Sipple, Jake Sorensen,
Vacation's
Bill Busch
over.
On Early Break. Hour 2 sponsored by our friends at Midwest Bank. Member FDIC. Location in Lincoln at 27th and Jamie Lane. New location coming to 70th and Pioneers by the end of this month.
Whoa.
Midwest Bank coming to 70th and Pioneers.
Drove by it yesterday. It looks incredible.
Did you?
Yeah, drove by it
So the
yesterday.
construction's good?
Yeah, you'll be easy in and out right there. Yes, very, very good.
It's
There's
nice.
scooters over there. You can get some coffee.
It's the southeast corner of the road.
You're
right by
assessing
Hy-Vee.
you're assessing the egress.
Yes, yes.
He was. Well,
Easy in and out.
We gave Steve Schindler the week off. He had the week off last week. He's back now to begin 2024. Bill, I'm very curious how he's starting off the year.
Well, you know what? He is doing something that's going to shock you guys maybe. Today, it's a Fiesta New Year.
Oh, boy.
It's a Fiesta New Year.
Fiesta.
He has 4 giant pinatas that he has brought out. And so
Because
today,
why not?
It's cash, coins, and candy. So the pinatas are filled
Super
with
fun.
They're filled with unique gold coins, solid gold coins, candy, and then just cash. And so there's 4 of them. So it's going to be done again by age groups. They'll loop everything, but they have a pin. These pinatas are set up in the bank lobby.
You gotta be kidding me.
No, so they had that. So they're playing they're playing the Fiesta music out there. So the last person going is age 70 to 100. So there's gonna be somebody about 80 years old swinging a pinata, trying to knock that baby
That's
down.
a sight to behold.
Yeah, they get blindfolded and away you go.
There's exotic coins?
Exotic coins in there too. Solid gold coins. Yes. Yes.
So those are valuable.
Rare. Oh yes. Some of them are over $1,000. Yeah. So they're very excited to get these coins. So everyone's around like that. So you're swinging away.
What's happening is they're breaking the pinatas and people are just going for the stuff.
So everyone gets to gather around. There'll
Okay.
be roughly probably, I don't know, 100 people around. But Schindler put the pinata on a pulley system so he can move
Well,
it
he
up
can
and
mess it
down.
up.
So if someone's
That's Schindler.
about ready to hit it, he can whoop. He can kind of whip it,
So close.
whip it up, and so
Pulley
close, and then move it around. So
Pulley system.
yes, it's on a pulley system. That
Hey,
he's set
so
up.
smart.
He was up last night. He missed the games yesterday.
He did.
missed the games.
He did?
Putting the pulley system.
He surely had him on the background.
Yeah, I probably did on the radio at least. Yeah, had that going on.
He's a proper man.
Yeah.
Come on.
Wait, he's got a pulley
The
system.
pulley system for the pinatas, and they're huge.
Okay, this is starting at what time?
What's that? Well, there's 4 of them. So the first one's going to be at 9:44, 11:44, 1:44, and 3:44.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's-
And the
that's-
last one, of course, you can have a beer at the last one. Yeah.
'cause it's hours.
Yes, right. It's a happy hour right when they get done. But the big thing is that it's kind of a
Great idea.
yeah. Everyone checks in. You get your ticket to be around the pinata. So when it breaks, you get to dive for it. And it's mayhem. It's mayhem.
I'm sure it will be.
It's every man for himself.
'Cause
Yeah.
the cash and the coin.
And you can't, yeah.
I mean, the candy.
Candy's
kind of
good.
left the
Yeah.
candy.
He's like, come on.
The kids
Give that
want
to the
candy.
kids.
Kids will want some candy.
God, exotic gold coins
Coins,
really has
yes.
my interest.
Is there a chance that computers and glass could get hit at all during the pinata hitting?
It could happen. It could
How
happen.
close is the glass? to
Well, the police
computers?
system is very well
I just
done.
love the thought of going into that bank
Yeah.
just to do my normal business
you.
and just people flinging
Hanging
their
around.
bodies all over
You
the
get hit
place.
by a
Giant
coin.
wooden sticks.
What the hell is going on?
What's going on? What's the it's Fiesta Day. What do you mean?
And
Did you get the newsletter?
Shindy has it all under control.
And just seeing him run the pulley system would be just incredible. Whoa, so close, and everyone's screaming. Ah!
what is Tamara's role in all this?
What's that? She's just there. She's at the door. She is just letting a number of people in. Yeah, greeting people and letting people in for to get their assignments or where they stand around when the pinata is getting swung.
It's a great idea. I mean, that's
Yeah.
see, he had that break.
He had the break, so his mind was really working.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Pinata.
Yeah. So anyway, nice job by Shindy.
Well
Good
done,
job,
well
Shindy.
done, Steve Schindler. Appreciate
Have fun
that.
today, Shindy.
Yeah.
Yes, wonderful stuff.
So
to
get your
start the
loans.
year.
Don't forget about those.
Midwest Bank, member FDIC.
FDIC.
464-5685. Call or text as always. I think if I'm a Nebraska fan, I view this title game 2 different ways. Hear me out on this. Okay. Number one, you could say, oh my God, those teams are in our conference next year. We have to potentially beat them, get around them. Okay. You got Big Ten teams in the finals. The second one is optimistic. You are guaranteed a Northern team winner this year in college football. It's typically the South, right? The last Northern team to win was 2014 Ohio
Good
State,
point.
right? This represents hope for Nebraska.
Absolutely.
Michigan got over the hump. Washington got over the hump to beat Texas. I mean, if you're in Nebraska, I would view it as the latter is hopeful versus, oh my gosh, those teams are unbeatable. And that this is a sign for potential, good things to come.
Hundo,
right?
Yeah, there's that. Also, Penix is moving on.
Yes.
Okay. Washington, I don't think will be the same without Penix. Of course they won't be. And then what happens with Michigan? Think about the top of the now Bill's doing what I was doing in the first segment.
I'm on something here.
Oh, yeah.
I
Okay,
apologize.
just fine. No, you're fine. You're fine. Now think about the top of the Big Ten right now, guys. Michigan's obviously riding high. They're incredible.
Oh, yeah.
But they could lose Jim. I mean,
yep.
I think they will lose Jim. Now, what if they lose Jim and JJ McCarthy? It's not the same. Now they got a lot back on defense. That's the thing. They'll be loaded up. Ohio State, boy, you saw what happened to Ohio State when they don't have a quarterback.
They scored 3 points. Three.
Ohio State, they better get their quarterback situation. Did you notice Ohio State didn't go to the portal?
Nothing.
No portal.
First of all, they're going to get Washington State's quarterback,
Cam Ward.
He's going to the NFL, so he's announced. No, he doesn't.
Whoa.
Yeah, he announced he's going to the NFL. So he's going to the draft.
That.
Yep.
Holy
going to the draft. Now he can still not do that. He has till the 15th, so that isn't rule. So someone can still come in and go timeout. Here's what we're going to do for you to build against. But that's a big one. That's a big one.
Oh,
that was where everyone was looking at.
Huge.
And then notice he never said anything forever. It's like, well, hold it. And you didn't hear about him making trips either.
No.
You didn't hear about, he's at so-and-so. He's at so-and-so.
No. Oh.
He did declare yesterday for the draft.
Oh, my God. Okay, so Ohio State quarterback situation. I mean, they're not. Devin Brown. Now, I'd be interested to hear what you guys say about this. I thought Day mismanaged that whole thing. Devin Brown was hurt entering the game. I mean, he had been hurt. I didn't know this, but he had been hurt.
I did not either.
Last half of the season. Last half of the season. He went out there on a bum ankle and then re-injured it. And then nothing. They had nothing. I mean, they had Clean Holtz behind him who was not prepared.
No.
He's a true freshman. That's
a South Dakota kid.
Not
prepared. I want you to think about this. Who wins the game? Missouri or Ohio State if Kyle McCord's their quarterback?
Well, I'm saying Ohio State.
Oh, I say so. Same thing. I think they win it probably like 24-10.
Interesting.
Like 24-10. But that quarterback that could have won their 11th game and took them to 11. I mean, their 12th win. If he could have won 12 is Syracuse.
See, now we agree on that. Not everybody would agree with us on that, but they were deficient. I mean, Devin Brown was hurt. I'm not being hard on Devin Brown. He hurt his ankle.
Yeah, hurt his ankle.
Just was not effective. But they didn't have a plan. See, what I'm getting at is he entered the game hurt his ankle, and it looked like they didn't have a plan. You've got to get somebody else ready.
The thing that stood out was my dad, high school football coach, head coach, 40 years, said they didn't look Big Ten-ish. And they didn't. They just to say we're just going to line up and we're going to grind this out on you. We're just going to line up.
They didn't.
They couldn't run the football.
Ohio State had 203 total yards in that game. 203.
Yeah. And Missouri, obviously, great year. But, I mean, I think LSU put like 50 on them.
See, here's the thing. So what I'm suggesting is the top of the Big Ten, I don't know what it's going to look like exactly. If Jim and McCarthy aren't there, which there's a chance of that. Yeah. And then Ohio State, I don't know what to say about them right now. They don't seem to have the quarterback.
Doesn't seem like they have the guy. And then you go backwards and then you say, okay, well, Washington's losing Penix. So that's a tough loss. They have good culture there, really good culture there.
But what will they look like without Penix?
Yeah, I mean,
he's such a good player.
I know. We were talking about that as we watched the game with my nephews, and I just said, that's one of those things. Sometimes you go do clinics and you talk about all the stuff you do and things like that. And it's like, after a while, it's like, wow, that quarterback, wow, he did some stuff. It's like, I don't know how you throw it into that spotter, the ability to process that fast. Now they have a great plan. They really have a great plan. They don't, you don't very seldom you see they're like, man, they're calling a bunch of dumb stuff. Nope. Didn't see that at all out of Washington. All four of those coaches.
Hey, listen, I mean, the coaching is incredible at all four of those coaches, but Jim is at the top of his game right now. You take Jim out of the equation in the Big Ten, it changes. I mean, you put Sharon Moore in place of Jim Harbaugh, it ain't going to be the same. No way.
I'd have a hard time thinking that.
No way. Yeah. No way. Now, I don't know if that's what they're going to do, and I'm not positive Jim is moving on, but would you be surprised if he moved on?
I still would be surprised.
I would not.
I still would be surprised.
I would not.
It wouldn't.
Too much
I
going
take it
on.
back. It wouldn't just be, I think there's a difference, I believe. If he wins at all, then the move on, I think it's easier. I think that's easier. And we talked about this off air.
Totally agree.
With the chance of both Harbaughs winning it
Yeah.
all.
Well, they both could be favored. I mean, Michigan right now is a 4.5
They're
point favorite
favored
to win the title.
And the Ravens will be favored.
The Ravens are 12-3. They have the 1 seed in the AFC. They have steamrolled 3 straight pretty solid teams, Jaguars, Niners, Dolphins. And they're on an absolute, just a roll right now. No one has touched the Ravens as they're playing right now.
How about the Harbaughs?
No one.
How about the Harbaughs right now?
Right now.
My God, they're like, it's a major flex.
John probably called, Jim, good game. Hey, back at you. Nice game to you on Sunday, too. Yeah, nice job.
You got it going.
Yeah, you guys are playing good. Hey, so are your guys. Thanks, John. Well, thank you, Jim. Yeah.
Imagine that.
Imagine that comments back and forth like that.
And you know what? Nobody bringing up the scandals. Nothing.
Nothing.
Winning
in
here is all.
fact, I told you guys a couple of weeks ago, John in an interview said, I'm really proud of the way Jim has handled himself through this difficult season. Yeah, he handled himself through the cheating scam. I mean, it's like he's the victim here. No, he's not the victim. I mean, he created the mess, all the messes. It's amazing. Nobody talks about it.
You love him too.
I love Jim.
You do love Harbaugh.
He's a fascinating character.
He's fascinating. He is. He's
a
fascinating.
character for sure.
And just watching his, I really enjoy him. I really do. And
he's interesting.
Yeah. And there's
He's a bizarre man.
Like
He's
I
bizarre.
said, has won everywhere. You
always said you're
everywhere.
exactly right. He's a great coach.
And that's also another thing you also saw about DeBoer, has won everywhere he's been. He's just been a winner at every spot. It's incredible. I think the Washington one is even more remarkable, just because I think it was 3 years, right? He's been there 3. This is his third year. He got hired because Washington was terrible.
You know what the deal is? You know what it is with DeBoer? Yeah. I mean, DeBoer brought it. It was like Nebraska when they brought in Frost. They thought that Frost would do what DeBoer's doing at Washington.
Yes.
I mean, DeBoer's an offensive mind, right?
This is incredible.
What?
So this is his second year. This is year 2.
I thought it was year 3.
So Jimmy Lake was there. They went. Washington in 2021 went 4-8. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
11-2 last year, and now they're undefeated, 14-0, going to the championship game. His second season.
And you don't hear about craziness of Portland, but what do they have? Offensive line, Joe Morwood. They had dudes up front.
Oh, they won the Joe Morwood.
He's 25-2 at Washington.
25-2.
Inheriting a 4-8 team.
Yeah. If just remember his winning percentage was like 95% at Sioux Falls.
Yep.
And then head coach at was he there 1 year or 2 year at Fresno?
I think 2 years at Fresno. I got to pull up
like 10-2. It's
his Kalen DeBoer's record as a head coach is 104-11.
He never loses.
The most he's ever lost in a season is 3. I mean, he goes to Fresno in COVID year. First year, 2020, 3-3. Next year, 2021, 9-3. Goes to Washington, 11-2, 14-0. No big deal. No big whoop.
No big whoop. But I mean, I said earlier,
he went in COVID years. His first year is COVID year. It's like everything's just haywire.
So now, you got to say Jimmy Lake gave him some talent.
Absolutely. There were some players there. There were some players there when you're in year 2.
Yeah, Jimmy Lake. I think
was there.
Recruit.
He was there for 2 years. Jimmy Lake was.
Yeah.
Chris Peterson also left him. Probably at least guys that were going to Jimmy.
And then
Lake's
you get a
school.
quarterback. This quarterback discussion. You can't.
But just think of the hope, though. Washington's like 4-8. 2 years later, they're in the Natty.
And
they're 4-8.
And you couldn't anticipate. You could not have anticipated Penix being as good as he is.
Yeah. And there's no way you would ever say, well. I mean, off the bat, most. So I wouldn't say it, but if you talk to the normal fan, they're going to say, "Well, what job do you want? USC or Washington? What are you taking?"
USC.
The normal fan would
USC.
take SC.
Yeah.
Right. They were 7-5 this year.
Yeah.
7-5 with
ended up 8-5 with the bowl win.
Yep.
But yeah.
And with a coach that came in for this, been in the playoffs, been something. So I love the calmness though of all the coaches. Can I tell you what something that did freak me out that I couldn't have handled? Texas coaches, they have to wear all white. They wear all they're I couldn't imagine.
Why?
I don't know. This what
I
that,
smell
that,
something.
I don't know. I just couldn't imagine having on white pants and a white everything, all white.
They're
Just
all white.
Be different. It'd be hard.
That is weird.
Yeah.
What if you
I think
drank your Gatorade?
Yeah, I could
could
just see me. Yeah.
Well, you'd have
Just-
crap all
because
over.
I would. I always
yourself.
I always had a hot dog before the game. I did.
Ketchup just on your
I
shirt.
always had a hot dog before the game in my coaching gear. So that
I'm
was
glad you pointed out the coaches, but none of them are better than Jim right now.
No.
Caleb DeBoer is 104-11.
Yeah.
I'm taking Jim over DeBoer.
That's fine, but DeBoer is an amazing coach.
Oh, we're gonna see now. We're gonna
see.
Yeah, we're gonna see.
We're going to see, and we're also going to see in a very different time frame, which I'm down on the NCAA for, whoever, or not the NCAA, this the CFP.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
The game should have been on Thursday. It has to be on Monday. Imagine if the game is on Thursday instead of a week from yesterday. That's a tight schedule on the
It's really
turnaround.
tight. It
When
is.
usually it's
No,
been,
you're
like I
right.
said,
used to be 2 weeks.
It used to be, or at least a week and a half. So I remember we went through, like, when we played in the Natty, we went through our Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I think even Friday, twice. So we did. That's how Coach O did it. It was great. He goes, "Hey, normal week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, boom." And then we just day off. I think it was that. Then started it back over. Boom, boom, boom. Hit.
Right.
Now it's like you're in scramble mode
They
right
are
now.
in scramble
You're in scramble mode now. Everyone is. It's not going to be like, what does Michigan do? I have no idea. No, they have they have a team of people.
Yeah.
They've been doing nothing but that.
Right.
And but talk about spending very little time on the game that just happened and moving on to the game that it's going to happen. There is very little time.
No,
you know,
you got
in that.
it. No, you got
And
it.
you
Like
got-
they're working their
and you got
arses off today. Today.
Today. I said it last night in my house. I said advantage Michigan because they had a rough flight home, but their game got over 5 hours earlier, and so that they were probably on the plane watching the game or hearing at the game as they're going home. Like I said, Washington may not be home yet. I don't know how they would be. By the time that game got over, they're not home.
It's a bear. It's a bear, Jake.
So
I mean,
when
you
they
think about
wake up, the
coaches.
sun's going to be up.
Think about the coaches.
And
how
it's
much
not going to
they
be
work.
like, well, I'm going to go home for a while. All right, when's the game? Monday?
no, 6 days
that's
away.
a great one. Should be fun, huh?
Take
You
half
guys-
a day off, guys.
Yeah, no.
No, the players you got to give the players a little rest, right?
Oh yeah, more is not better right now.
Right.
More is not better. But that last part again that we talked about the last play when the clock stopped was an incredible that's their starting running back that's out. I mean,
Dylan Johnson.
The way they took him off the field, do you think he's
out.
playing? I mean, there's no way.
No,
he's
that's a
playing.
huge. And now listen, that's a huge injury.
Yeah.
That's a gigantic.
And he was
injury.
already banged up, but right now their running back is out, and he had played very good
Gigantic.
down the last 5 or 6 games.
And they don't run the ball that well.
No.
Period. I mean, they don't even with him run it that well. No, they ran it all over USC, which means nothing because USC can't stop anybody. But no, that's a gigantic injury.
Stats weren't. I mean, again, 21 carries, 49 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Right.
So he got to the
No,
end
he's
zone
good.
for
though.
Washington.
He's a good running
And
back.
he's had some really good plays, but it might be good, it might be bad. Who knows? They might just be like, well, let's let Penix throw it 10 more times, which is not good.
But to Jake's point about the top of the conference, it's good, but it's not crazy unless Jim stays. And then it's like, oh boy, what are you doing with Michigan? What are you doing? And what's Ryan Day doing with Michigan?
Yeah.
Because Devin Brown,
Not enough.
if that's your guy, I mean,
and you lose, obviously, Marvin Harrison's gone.
yeah. Probably Buka. Is he gone?
Buka's probably gone. Is Cade Stover
Cade
gone?
Stover
too,
gone.
Yeah.
Travion Henderson, is he gone too?
I don't know if those guys. I don't know if Henderson would be gone. Maybe though. Ohio State fans need to weigh in.
3
there.
points in their
But the
bowl game.
top of the league is not. It's not that unwieldy right now.
Cal McCord can still come back. He still can legally.
Wouldn't that be
It'd
something?
be weird. It'd be
Legal.
weird at this point, but he could.
Wouldn't that be something?
It'd be something.
Come on back, Kyle. Come on, man. We didn't push you out. What are you talking about?
I mean, Devin Brown, you didn't get a read on because he was hurt. That's the thing.
you couldn't get much of a read on
Couldn't
that.
get a
No,
read on
you couldn't. But also Ohio State gave up 2 long drives. But wow, they played good on defense.
Ooh, they're good.
They play.
And
Oh,
guys,
wow.
that defense is
Wow.
back.
They were.
Most of those guys are back.
They are really
Jim
good on
Knowles.
defense. Yeah, did
Yeah,
an
Knowles is
incredible
Knowles.
job.
I like
their
that guy.
defense is. They flipped it. I mean, their defense is what carries them.
Yeah, I
now.
told you they flipped it. Mike Dawson.
Yeah.
Mike.
Dawson.
Winners and losers, NFL next, an early break on the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Concrete Industries, a Nebco company, has immediate job openings for precast production laborers. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $20 per hour and a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer. Visit concreteindustries.com.
This is Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at MidwestBank.com. Member FDIC.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
John Henry's would like to remind you, if you haven't already, to unhook your outdoor hoses and check faucets for leaks so your pipes don't freeze. As the official plumber of the Huskers, you know who to call when a plumbing issue arises. From frozen pipes to clogged drains, we can help you protect your home this winter. Give John Henry's a call today to schedule at
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing. Heating and air.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
We're on the air. Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break with Sip and Jay, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're going to do a tease tomorrow. We're going to try to figure out if the rumors of Nick Saban, you think there's rumors that he might leave Alabama.
I don't think
retire.
there's rumors. There are rumors.
Okay. Well, tomorrow we'll do an experiment. Can we name some guys that make sense? We were in the break. We're trying to figure it out. There's not an obvious answer there. There's not. So maybe we'll take a deeper dive
Greg Byrne
tomorrow.
is the AD, and he doesn't use Greg Byrne, Bill Byrne's son, doesn't use a search firm either. Now think about Greg Byrne if Saban moves on. Now you got a little pressure on.
Yeah.
You can't hire.
We can't figure out an obvious answer.
Just get another guy. No.
Oh,
Great, best coach to ever coach.
Yeah.
No big deal.
And Saban did a remarkable job this year.
This year he was
remarkable. They're not that. I mean, they are.
I did not think after the miracle play to beat Auburn, who we saw. I mean, Auburn lost the week before by 21 to New Mexico State at home. Then they get rolled in the bowl game in between. In between that time, they had Alabama beat. One play, 4th and 31.
Yeah, Maryland clubbed Auburn.
How do you
4th
get
and
that
31.
play? I'm still pissed about that whole
4th and 31.
Because you see Alabama, they don't have Waddle and
Devontae Smith
and Jamison Williams.
No,
and
they don't have those guys right now.
Burton is not those guys.
No,
Ruggs and all these guys.
They don't have that. They don't have Najee Harris at running back.
It also tells you how hard it is to have those guys.
I know.
Their O-line's also not
Bro,
that good.
you played Alabama at their apex.
They
were good.
The most offensive talent potentially. The only other team would have been the same. Would have been the team we had at LSU.
Yep.
But other than that, but they still had. Remember when they went 4 wides, it was 4 first-rounders.
Go.
4 first-rounders.
Go.
Judy, Waddle, Devontae Smith, Heisman Trophy winner, and
Ruggs.
That's
their
four. And they're nothing like that.
And their quarterback, first-round pick Tua. Their running back Najee Harris.
They don't have
first-round pick.
They're not a shadow of
so
that
when they
right
go
now.
10 personnel. 6 of them are first-round picks.
They're not. They're not.
Were there any O-line guys?
Oh yeah,
first-round
I
picks?
think there's 2 of them are first-rounders.
They are not a shadow of that right now. McClellan's good. Jace McClellan's good.
Yeah.
Not Najee Harris, and they don't have those receivers at all.
They had 7 or 8 first-round picks on offense when Bill played against them.
Now they're good. Don't get me wrong, but they're not great up front. They're not great up front
that
on offense.
O-line's not that good.
They're not great up front on offense. I mean, and Milroe's special. But, man, they had to lean on him.
How about the play that McCarthy made on the double pass? One-handed catch. That was a throwback to him. One-handed catch.
Oh, my God.
And he throws it for the completion.
Yeah.
He catches it with one
Caught it
hand.
with one hand.
Has the defender hit right in his face and completes it for like a
thrown against his body, going
against
the
his
wrong
body.
way.
That was
McCarthy must be an athletic freak.
Oh, that was unbelievable.
Yeah.
It was an unbelievable play.
It's a great play. McCarthy's good. Now, that was your play. That's what you're looking for earlier when you said, did McCarthy make a play? He made a play there.
That was a big play.
Yeah.
That was a big play.
All right, it is time for Week 17 edition of NFL Winners and Losers.
Well, this isn't going to be ugly.
Here.
Any particular team stand out, Jake?
I don't think. Here we go. NFL Winners and Losers sponsored by Führer's Cheese Spread. Hope you had that for the holidays.
I
for
did.
Your
I
Christmas,
had it last night.
New Year's.
I had it last night.
Yeah, I had it in Mrs. Tooth Greg's garage. It was good.
Yeah,
you're smart people for that. So
yeah,
good
thanks,
job,
Jake.
We put it in our chili.
That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Führer's Cheese Spread available at most local grocers. All right, the biggest winner of the weekend was against my Miami Dolphins, the Baltimore Ravens. I thought maybe would kind of fall back to earth. They had played 2 incredible games. Maybe your head's too big and you overlook a team. Even though the Dolphins
That's what you're
playing
hoping
for the
for?
one. I was hoping for that. No, they didn't. Lamar Jackson, 5 touchdown passes, 56-19, annihilation. Yeah, annihilation
and you guys
of the
lost
Dolphins.
Chubb, right?
Bradley Chubb, in a game that was a 30-point deficit with 3 minutes to go, is
That's
still
when you heard
playing. Yeah. They're down 49-19, and Bradley Chubb is still playing with 4 minutes to go, and he tears his ACL. He's out for the season. So now you have no Jalen Phillips. You have no Bradley Chubb. Xavier Howard hurt his foot. He's out against the Bills this weekend. On Sunday Night Football, the Dolphins, I mean, they're in the playoffs, but it might be just dead before they get there.
McDaniel figured it out.
We're all right.
That's your biggest winner, the Ravens. Number 2 winner, same division of the Ravens, the Browns. They are not going to win. They're not going to win the AFC North, but they are in the playoffs. 37-20 winners over the Jets on Thursday Night Football. They have clinched a wild card spot. So, again, a great story. Joe Flacco, the ageless wonder, comes in on the couch a month ago, still throwing incredible spirals, throwing the deep ball well. Amari Cooper, again, 2 weeks ago, had 250 yards because Flacco was just hitting him left and right against the Texans. Browns are a great story. Joe Flacco's a great story. Kevin Stefanski up for Coach of the Year for sure. Got a great chance at that.
He is Coach of the Year.
They're
on their fourth quarterback. They brought somebody that he came in like week 8.
Good point.
The quarterback was at home. He was at home.
Yeah, with his
wasn't
kids.
in camp with his kids.
Yeah,
he was.
Yeah.
He's
The
got
other
like
guy in
7
that conversation, if the Texans make the playoffs, you got to give DeMeco Ryans a shot at that at least. Yeah.
Yes.
He's got to be in that conversation if
Yes.
they make the playoffs. Number 3, speaking of the playoffs and contenders, the Steelers had a big win at Seattle, 30-23. The Steelers are very much so alive for the wild card spot. I don't know who they play this weekend. They play the Ravens, Play the Ravens, who are going to be sitting their starters because the Ravens have clinched the 1 seed.
They sit their starters.
They should.
I think can you imagine if Lamar Jackson gets a high ankle sprain
in a game that is not important? They're the 1 seed. They have the bye. They have home field advantage. There's nothing to play for this week.
Interesting.
Unless they want to keep the Steelers out of the playoffs as a rival.
How about 17 years in a row? It's been
Mike Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin. Winning season.
No losing record.
It's never happened in the history of the NFL.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty important.
That's talk about holding a team together. You know how hard it is to have a winning season?
You know how hard it is to keep your job for that long?
It's a miracle.
Right.
There's most people in the NFL say, what are you hoping for? Hoping to get 4?
5, yeah.
6 would be incredible.
Yeah, he's got 17.
17.
Tomlin's a dude. He's a dude. The Niners, 27-10 winners at Washington. They claimed the number 1 seed because of the Eagles loss. We'll get to that here in Eagles winners and losers there. But Niners, 27-10, bounced back after the loss to the Ravens. So the Ravens, the 1 seed in the AFC, the Niners, the 1 seed in the NFC, clinched before the last week of the season. Congrats to them. Number 5 winner. Their season's over. They can't go to the playoffs, but the Bears are starting to play some football. Justin Fields in the snow was very, very good running and passing. They blow out the Falcons 37-17. And also they're winning because with the Panthers loss, they have clinched the number 1 overall pick because they have the Panthers pick. So good day for the Bears despite being out of the playoffs.
And they're bringing their coach back.
Matt Eberflus is going to be back next year. The Bears are 7-9. They had a rough start. They've really bounced back.
They look pretty good.
They did. They look good.
They look pretty good. They beat Farley's team.
Yeah, Terrell Farley, if you're listening, Falcons down, Wings down.
Because Farley started to try to call you after you guys got.
He called me 5 minutes after the game. I said, I'm not answering. And he texted me. He's like, oh, come on. Finn's down. I said, I know what you want to say. I'm not answering the phone.
Jake wouldn't answer.
I didn't answer. To the losers, the Eagles are still trying to win the division, the NFC East. They lost at home to the Cardinals.
Unbelievable.
They had a 99-yard pick 6 to go at 14-3. I think, okay, this is going to be fine. They blow it. The Cardinals second half, they come back 35-31. And as of right now, the Cowboys are the division leaders in the NFC East because of that loss.
Who plays who in this last game between who the Cowboys play, who the Eagles play? Sorry to drop that on you, Jake.
That's a good question.
I can't do this,
It's
Jake.
important.
Yeah, I shouldn't have thrown. That's wrong of me because I couldn't answer that.
I'm glad it's important to know these things. Bill.
Bella, do you know by who the Cowboys are playing?
I don't think Bella knows.
It'd be great if they played each other. That'd be nice.
Jake's good with the phone.
The Eagles will play against the Giants, who showed some life in a loss to the Rams.
The Eagles are playing terrible.
The Cowboys play the Commanders, who have no life at all. They are dead. So Cowboys should win the division.
They should win the division.
And the Cowboys
also
are
with
very
the
tough at
Rams.
home.
Did you guys see that yesterday? Raf sent it to me. I didn't know this. Brett Maher got re-signed back with the Rams.
Oh, he did?
Yes.
Did not know that.
Yes.
Rams missed 2 extra points on Sunday on that
There
game.
you go.
Yeah.
That's probably why.
There you go.
Number 2 loser. Speaking of the Cowboys, how about the refs in the Cowboys-Lions game? Now, there's some confusion. The Lions go down and score. It's 20-19. Dan Campbell says, I'm going for the win. I don't want to go to overtime. There's 3 separate tries on the 2-point conversion. And on the third one, they think they have it because Taylor Decker, he checks in with the official. The official apparently didn't see him check in that he's an offensive lineman. They throw it to him. It's caught. They say an eligible receiver, basically, in that. He didn't report.
So a couple things was when you watch it, we were watching it live I was watching it with Leighton, House Menders, and then Al. So I got one son-in-law, one future son-in-law, and we're going crazy. We're like it was an incredible play. And they kept we watched the replay of it like over 100 times. That's all they showed it. And Decker clearly they make eye contact.
He talked to the ref.
Now there was some confusion. There's a couple linemen around him, but no one was reporting. It was very clear.
Skipper ran in there. I don't know what Skipper was doing.
in the air had to just simply be he was told there was 2 people standing there. He took it as 70 instead of 68. That's
Okay.
whoever it was, the number was that whatever number was. But he looked at Deckert.
It's a big mistake by the ref.
And you see Deckert walk over to him, and you also
John Adams.
and you also see Goff go to Deckert. He goes on film. He goes, "Go report, go report."
You work on that play. In fact, you tell the refs before the game
He
what
did.
they're going to do.
They did. That's what Dan Campbell said. Because I went over this in great detail with the referees before the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go over a fake punt with the refs before
Yeah.
the game. I mean, it's strange. The ref.
Refs messed up badly in Cowboys. Lions got screwed, but they're still in the playoffs. Number 3 loser, the Panthers lose 26-0 to the Jags. The real story is their owner, Dave Tepper.
Oh, my God.
There's video of him throwing a drink from his suite onto a fan right in front of him.
He rifled it too. He did rifle it. It was one of the quick wrist, boom, and it was out. He did boom, quick wrist.
I mean, the fact that your owner is on video doing that, what? I mean, he's already despised by being just, he's got a quick trigger to fire coaches, makes bad decisions. Now he's
that's
throwing
a bad look.
Drinks on fans at his own
The
stadium.
guy, it was an open
bad,
air
Jake.
box, and the fan almost going to try to come through the box.
Yeah, it's a bad look.
Do you blame the fan?
No.
A drink was thrown on him.
So my first thing is I'm like, I would have loved to have been that fan because he just made some money.
He did.
I think he might have.
I think so.
It was on video.
It's going to be.
Who's
It's on
recording
video.
this?
What do you do if you're Roger Goodell? Like, and there's nothing you can do because Tepper has more money than God. What are you going to fine him?
Yeah.
You fine him $1 million. He doesn't give a damn. I mean,
Can you imagine the rest of the owners are like,
yeah. What do you do?
what are you doing?
What's wrong with
Hey,
you?
we all do some things. We've all said some things.
Right.
Hey,
Throwing a drink?
Throwing a drink on somebody. Yeah, that's a little different.
I don't get that. Dave Tepper, big loser.
Quick wrist.
Go watch it. Just watch it.
It was hilarious.
Quick wrist. You're right.
2 more losers.
And then he jetted. He got out of there.
Yeah, he
Idiot.
did. Yeah, he's an idiot.
Idiot.
He's a certified idiot. 2 more. Vikings get blasted by the Packers 33-10. They've had a musical chairs at quarterback with Cousins injury. That shows how important Kirk Cousins is. Nick Mullins not good.
Oh my God.
Jaron Hall
Mullins
not
bad.
good. Josh Dobbs lost his way. It's Kirk Cousins there. And when he comes back, there's no question. He's the guy.
I saw some video of Mullins. Good God, he's bad.
He had some bad plays.
Oh God.
Number 5 loser, last one. The Bucks were on a heater. Baker been playing good all December, and they host the Saints, and they didn't show up. 23-13. Saints get the big win, still alive in the NFC South, a division that's going to be an 8-8, 9-8 winner, something like that. I don't get the Bucks.
It was
were a
17.
no-show.
It was 17 Nathan at one time.
It was. I think it was 20 Nathan at one point. Yeah, but they lose 23-13 to the Saints. So Saints, despite looking dead a lot of the season, are still alive in the NFC South.
They're alive for a playoff berth.
I tell you what, when you read, you can't even read it. It's like so and so can clinch if they win and this happens.
so many things
if they win, and then so and so ties, and this it's like it's insane. Some of the things that could happen on this last week.
That's NFL winners and losers, sponsored by Führer's Cheese Bread, available in most local grocers. 1 more week of that to go. We'll do some playoff NFL.
Didn't have the Chiefs in there. No Chiefs.
The Chiefs, they beat the Bengals. Congrats. They won the
Bengals out.
AFC West.
Bengals out. Yeah.
So they clinched the 3 seed. The Chiefs did.
It was sad to watch Zach out.
You know what's crazy? The Bills this weekend, if they beat the Dolphins, will get the 2 seed. If they lose, there's a chance they're out of the playoffs.
Yep.
They could go
be
potentially to the 2 seed or potentially out of the playoffs.
Weird.
Think about that for a second.
Well, you know what else would be weird? Georgia, you're the number 1 seed. Now you're the 6th seed. You just lost by 3 points to Alabama on a neutral field.
Went
from 1 to 6.
And they won by 60.
Won by 60 in the bowl game, which we haven't even talked about that, which go really recently.
No, we don't really. It's kind of an ugly topic.
Yeah, it's ugly. Yeah,
So
it's not fun.
The best way to put it is Georgia showed up like a championship program. They did. They did what they're supposed to do against a.
All 4 of the teams that played yesterday looked like they belonged, and then so does Georgia. There was 5 teams that belonged.
I agree.
Like that.
Yep.
Actually 6. I kind of say Florida State belonged when they were healthy and
wonder
going.
if you're gonna do that.
Yeah. There were 6 teams that belonged in. 6 teams.
Florida State had 29 opt-outs and a bunch of starters. I mean, a bunch of starters.
Let's see how you start off the year. First time in the game show. 464-568. 5 chance to win a business box of bagels to Bagels and Joe. Today's first topic of the new year is college running backs. What teams are these excellent running backs play for this season? Not before the portal. Who they play for this year?
Really hard.
I will not do well.
You might do all right.
No.
These guys, some guys played in the bowl games. They did.
I don't know.
464-5685. Shut Up Sipple starts right now.
We've all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, "Shut up, Sipple!" No, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call now to play. 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
Don't be scared. We have a line open for you. 402-464-5685. College running backs. These are all some of the best running backs in the country this year. What teams did they play for?
I need some Big Ten backs here.
There could be some Big Ten backs.
Okay.
Don't be scared. Line's open. 464-5685. You're listening on the stream, the mobile app, check it out. It's a good time to call us right now. You've got a chance to win the game show. I think you had a pretty good end of the year.
I can't remember
in trivia.
Yeah, we did.
But we're not resetting the record. We're keeping it going for the season.
Okay.
So I don't know. People are scared today.
Nick chimes in. Game show starting at 8:01. Interesting.
Hey, Nick. Hey, Nick. Pipe it.
Big
Sainer.
swim.
Big swim. Listen, I think people are scared today.
Interesting.
I need a caller. Don't be scared.
Look at Bella.
I know it's late.
Just waiting
There's
there.
people still.
No, you're fine.
People are still listening
she
to
has
the
a caller.
show.
We have a caller, guys.
I'm not
There we go.
criticizing you.
Thanks, Bella.
Well,
we've been talking a lot.
It's been a talking day on this show.
Wasn't much to talk about. Not college
It's a
football.
pretty quiet day. Yeah.
We can talk about it all week.
We will.
Those games were remarkable.
Okay. Thank you. Kevin is with us. Kevin, thanks for calling in. Let's get right to it. College running backs. Bill, a lifeline for SIP for one question as always. Kevin, what college team did running back Cody Schrader play for?
Oh, I got this one.
year?
So does Bill. Bill's got it.
I don't know. No.
Bill, you watched the game. I know you did.
I have no idea.
This is for you, Kevin.
Cody
Kevin.
Schrader. Gosh, I have no idea. Sip knows that I'm guessing it's Big Ten. So
no, it's not Big Ten.
Don't give any hints here.
Is it the ACC? SIP.
5 seconds here.
I'll say Rutgers.
Rutgers.
No, this guy, Bill, we talked about it. He played at Truman State. He's a Missouri running back.
Yeah.
He's a Missouri running
Missouri's the guess.
Yeah.
Missouri.
back. Yeah, he ran for 1,500 yards.
1,600 yards this year and 14 touchdowns.
Yeah,
Cody
he's a
Schrader.
dude.
Good year. 1-0 lead for SIP. First question for you. What team did running back O'Marion Hampton play for in college
Bill,
football
help me
this
out
year?
here. Help me out.
O'Marion Hampton.
O'Marion Hampton.
I will say this: when they say it, I'll be upset because I should know this.
Okay, let's think about. Let's think this through. Let's not give up.
O'Marion Hampton. 5 seconds.
Throw something else.
5, 4.
I don't want to be the guess on this one.
3.
Utah.
It's good. I like the guess. I thought that went to like a 50-50 ball.
Kevin, do you want that one or not?
No, I'll pass.
That'd be North Carolina. 1,500 yards and 15 touchdowns this year for O'Marion Hampton.
1,500 yards.
Yep.
That's Amir Abdullah.
Back to you, Kevin, to tie it up. Last question down 1-0. What team did running back DJ Giddens play for?
Gosh, that name sounds familiar. DJ Giddens.
1,200 yards and 10 touchdowns for this guy, DJ Giddens.
Is that K-State?
Is it Kansas State? It is. Brilliant. It's K-State.
Just got interesting.
Got interesting. All right, Bill's in play still.
Good job by that guy.
This is for
Evan,
the win.
Good job.
For the win. SIP, Bill's in play. What team did running back Audric Estime play for?
Same thing. I had
13.
I'll be upset. I don't know.
1,300 yards, 18 touchdowns for Audric Estime.
1,300 yards.
18 touchdowns.
Estimate.
Mm-hmm.
Just throw something out. What are you thinking? Okay, I'll throw something out. Washington State.
I like it. I like the guess.
You don't need this one, Kevin, but if you want to steal, you can.
No, I'll pass.
That'd be Notre Dame. Notre Dame. Big game against Clemson this year in a win.
I knew they had a good running back.
Yep. This goes to Kevin because it was you on Friday.
Should have got that, by the way. I should have got that.
All right, Kevin, this is for you, and Bill and Sip will go over under your number. Oklahoma State's Ollie Gordon had 1,700 rushing yards and 21 touchdowns this year How many yards per carry did he have? To the first decimal, please. How many yards per carry?
1,700. Let's say 5.7 per carry.
Ooh, good guess, but over. I'll take the W.
I was going to say like 7-1.
Actually, it was only 6.1, so it was a great
I was going to
guess.
say 6'3".
Oh, you nailed it.
6-1.
Nice. Yeah, you did. It was very close.
Kevin, thanks for calling in. We'll get you bagel to coffee, but calling down the road. Nice try today.
Winner here. Nice job, Sip.
All right, there we go. Congrats to you, Sip. Start off the year with the win.
And Bill.
Yep.
It's funny how he always says.
I did nothing. He never says my name.
Well,
He never does.
Bill didn't give you a lifeline today.
Never
he
does.
didn't do it. He didn't give you the lifeline.
It's a team effort.
It was a team effort.
Hey,
I thought you would get no today, man.
I did. Hey, Jake, I should have.
What-
Can I
you got,
say
Bill?
something?
Yeah,
Yes,
do it.
please.
Can I
Go
say
ahead.
something for the breakers? So I'm working out at Genesis, and trying to get ripped up, twisted steel, getting the barbed wire tattoo on the bicep.
People talking to you.
And Jeff stops me.
Jeff
stops me and talks about the show. He goes, it's truly inspirational, your guys' show. All three of you guys, and I talk about the three-legged stool, obviously. Guess what Jeff does? Jeff works with the blind, and he helps them obtain jobs.
No.
Oh my God.
So and he's motivated by us.
Yeah.
Wow.
How about maybe the other way around?
Yeah, no
We're
kidding.
motivated by you,
I'm
Jeff.
motivated by you, Jeff,
No,
like that. But
thanks
he
for
stops
mentioning.
me and goes, oh no, he goes, your show just you guys, you make me so happy. You reach, you
That's
touch
incredible.
everybody, and I'm like, well, Jeff, what do you do? Well, I work with the blind, and I
Find
get
them
them jobs. Help
Oh
them
my
out,
And we
obtain
motivate
jobs.
you.
And when I'm like, I was so taken back.
Backwards here.
Jeff, text if you hear this,
Yes.
your last name on that 402-464-5685.
Incredible.
Please.
That's
Yes,
incredible.
Yeah, it was just incredible.
All right.
That's it. Yeah. That's
Thank you,
probably
Jeff. Jeff, the
made you
breaker
lift harder,
at
too.
the gym.
Yes, it did.
The spillover's next
I did
and
an
early
extra
break
set.
on the ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Why are New Year's resolutions always about getting to the gym more or dieting? We fail ourselves before the first month of the year is already over. Why not resolve to eat better, tastier foods in 2024? Look no further than Fuhrer's cheese spread. Stop eating your apples, vegetables, crackers, and chips plain. Give them some flavor. Fuhrer's cheese spread awakens your taste buds. Now that's how you start a new year. Find your container of Fuhrer's cheese spread today at your local grocery store.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, expecting mainly sunny skies. We'll see an afternoon high of around 39. Tonight, partly cloudy skies with patchy fog is possible. Late, we'll see a low around 20. And tomorrow, more patchy, even freezing fog possible as well, especially in the morning. Then mainly sunny skies with the high around 35. Meteorologist Kyle Clucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. It doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
You can get diesel anywhere, but what about Atomic Diesel? That comes from Stern. Atomic Diesel is your solution to all your cold weather problems. Prevent clogged fuel filters, increase your fuel economy, and save money with Atomic Diesel. Contact Roger at Stern today by calling 1-800-477-2744 to see how Atomic Diesel and the rest of their line of fuels and lubricants can keep your operation running at max capacity.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. It's a new year, and Fairway has deals this week like 93% lean ground beef for just $4.99 per pound, USDA choice beef rump roast for $3.99 per pound, buy 2 8-ounce bacon wrapped turkey broils for $7, or buy 10 get 5 free on all natural boneless pork ribeye chops. Your new year starts at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Ready to make this season unforgettable? Celebrate with Liberty First Credit Union's low-rate debt consolidation loan. Combine all those bills into one affordable monthly payment with quick access to funds. Imagine all the extra cash for holiday shopping sprees, festive parties, or that well-deserved vacation. Stop by any of their branches or visit libertyfirstcu.com to find out more about their low-rate debt consolidation loan. Make this holiday season one to remember and celebrate with Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose.
This
good morning, little brother.
is Early Break with Sip and Jay, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It is time for the spillover. We got AD with us starting off the new year. And the Steelers, your Steelers, AD, you got life. You have life in the playoffs.
There is hope. It's hope.
You found something with Mason Rudolph. Little musical chairs with, Kenny Pickett.
Yeah. Rudolph looks better.
You got the Browns playing chairs. You got the Vikings. You got the Steelers playing different quarterbacks every week.
Yeah, it's been a merry-go-round for sure, man. It's been a merry-go-round for sure. And what stings right now is about 4 weeks ago, those back-to-back losses to the Cardinals and both the Patriots. At the time, they were both only 2-win teams.
Good God.
But then you had the
AD.
Cardinals go in and beat Philadelphia.
They did.
You lost to the Patriots and Cardinals back to
Back-to-back.
That was terrible.
Cardinals at home and lost to the Patriots.
You almost got to try to do that.
They sometimes do that. Pittsburgh makes you wonder sometimes,
That was
man.
terrible.
But I will say this, though. Tomlin still another season.
Yeah,
He's never had a losing season.
We hit on that. Yeah, it was incredible. 17.
Yeah.
17 years.
Hey, just reversing course a little bit. Have we made it eminently clear that Alabama-Michigan game lived up to everything we thought?
I thought both games did. That was 7 hours of beauty.
It was the
it was
7 hours of
from
beauty.
4 o'clock until 11 o'clock. There was just beautiful.
It was probably the best day of college football. I mean, 2 games of that magnitude, everything on the line, and it was never a time when it's like, oh no, no. It was like no.
I couldn't believe Alabama-Michigan. I couldn't believe what I was watching. It was so
outstanding. Good. And the thing about this, Coach, I was thinking about you last night. I almost shot you a text. I know we're all watching though. What is it like to coach in a game of that magnitude with that type of athletes on the field on both sides of the ball?
It's very much like, I would say this. It's very much like the head coaches were. It's extremely calm, and you have to be just like you notice those head coaches. No one was freaking out, losing their mind on the officials.
Good.
No, everything had to be just like this. You get more upset playing an average team on an 11 a.m. kick. You get more upset with how if you're agitated. Your team's doing something like that. In these games, you're trying to the voice conversation is just like this on the headsets. It's like, what just happened? That's crazy.
No, what?
It's imperative to keep your cool.
It's just so cool. You watch those head coaches in that game. All 4 of them were just like so in control because they were so prepared.
Coach, even post game, Washington's coach. Now, granted, because they have more work to do, but he was so talked like this. I was like, did they lose or win?
Yeah.
And I knew they won, but he was so composed. Now, they'll celebrate in the locker room briefly because the work's not done. But you're spot on. Their composure was impressive.
Did you hear Sarkisian afterwards? Incredible.
Yeah.
He was like
classy.
He's so classy. He just talked like it wasn't just. Well, it was like boom.
He's got his quarterback back.
Yeah,
he's got it going.
Yeah, hit all this stuff going, and
he's
it was
got
just
it going. He's got that program going.
But it's extremely. I can remember being in the press box as the game is in control, and we had the ball, and I'd be like talking to Coach Aranda, the defense coordinator. Okay, they have 2 timeouts. There's 3:40 left on the clock. They'll get the ball back with and we got a first down or something. Okay, now I mean all the way down to like. There is 58 seconds left. We were up by like.
You're not going. We're going to win this, Aranda. We're going to win this game. How about this? We got another year.
You want to do this? We just
Throw
did
some
this.
elevator music in there even.
It was completely just like that. It was just.
We got to win this.
Settle down, Busch.
Let's go. What are we doing?
What are we doing?
What are we doing afterwards? Text your wife right now.
Where are you guys going?
We got to win.
Okay.
You think we're going to win this game?
This is nuts. Hey, what's it like down there, Dave?
Because we're losing our minds up here,
We're
baby.
going crazy up
Are the
here.
guys pumped? Are they pumped?
Look up here. Look up here. Look across the field. We're going nuts. Number 1.
My shirt's coming off.
Yeah.
That's number 1.
No, I get you. It was they were calm. Now Jim got after the officials a little bit early.
Yeah, there's a couple of.
There was that
but
hit
that's
off that-
normal
yeah,
though too. I mean, that wasn't like there was, but you didn't see Saban upset, even with his coaches or with anything. It was just kind of everything was
funny.
just like it was unbelievable.
Jim's pretty interesting on the headset. He cusses a lot.
Yeah, you didn't see O's just out of control. It was very composed.
Very well. There was a fun number we could talk about.
Ooh.
The over-unders for the Iowa-Tennessee game is 35.
Oh, my
35 and a
gosh.
hook. Final score 35-0.
You guys.
It was 35 and a hook.
And a hook. That was the over-unders.
That was bad.
Yeah.
What the hell happened to Iowa?
That was bad.
I got some stats in that game. It was horrible. Deacon Hill, as you could expect.
See, what bowl was this? The Reliant
Peach was
the
Peach
Reliant
Bowl?
Quest.
No,
What the hell was it?
No, it wasn't the Peach.
I was watching it Planet
All
Fitness.
right, here's some stats from this game.
Getting ripped
It was
up.
a Citrus Bowl. The Cheez-It Citrus Bowl.
Yeah.
Citrus.
Iowa on the game had a total of 173 yards.
Great.
60 of that was passing.
Great.
Deacon Hill was
Just great.
they took him out was 7 of 18,
Yep.
56 yards, 2 picks, and then they put in Marco Lainez,
True freshman.
who went 2 for 7 for 4 yards
Great
in
job.
the game.
But he got like 50 yards of scrambles.
He did.
So they only had like 110 yards when he came in.
That's about right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And,
he had
and
6 carries, 51 yards.
Tennessee's not a juggernaut on defense.
No, they're not.
And their starting quarterback was out.
See,
They-
that's
guys- let
that's
me
a
ask you-
horrible loss.
Did you guys hear? Did you listen to Kurt Farron's post game?
No, I did not.
No.
When you get a chance, look it up.
Okay.
He just goes on this this whole diatribe of college football and the way it is right now. I'm not gonna just check it out.
Because Tennessee plays the
Check it
NIL
out.
game. Hey,
Check it
Tennessee
out.
plays the NIL game at a high level.
Yeah.
Tennessee plays
Just
it.
check out his post game.
So AD, we had this conversation. I think it was a Bill Thrills like 2 months ago, where with the whole thing about NIL and portal and everything sucks. Then you watch the best 2 games we've ever had.
It's true.
And so there's some parts of you go,
It's true.
and I agree with both sides. I'm not like
Right.
going like, oh no, I think everything about the portal, if you can transfer 5 times in 5 years, that's a great idea. I think it's fun, like whatever. No, I think that's hard. But then you turn the TV on,
Looks so good.
and you're just like you're watching Michigan, Alabama, and you're like going, this is epic football.
Oh, you're conflicted a little
Well,
bit.
yeah.
If you read the comments from coaches in the last 10 days, it got pretty. I mean, Saban himself said, "Hey, we're going to semi-pro. You can call it.
Yeah.
It's pay." He said, he just said publicly, it's pay for play.
Yeah.
You can call it name, image, and likeness if you want, but it's pay for play. Lane Kiffin said it's a terrible system. Lane Kiffin,
but his comment was brilliant. He said, when else does free agency start while the season's still going on?
It's weird.
Free agency starts while
Very
the
strange.
season is still going on. And also, when did the NFL might be able to fire a coach like that? But think about this. NFL, can a coach ever leave a team and go to a different team during the season, a head coach? It's never happened in the history of the world.
Heck no.
It can happen. There was coaches that were coaching in bowl games
They're
or
going to
were
play-
part of bowl preparation on a different team.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
Can you imagine all of a sudden, like all of a sudden, like right now, it's like
Weird.
all of a sudden now it's like Tomlin's leaving. He's going to the Dolphins.
Remember,
He's
remember
the coach.
you guys remember this? Remember how fascinated
Weird.
Husker
That'd be
fans
incredible.
were? And Coach, you were, I'm not sure where you were at during that time. I don't know if you were in Wisconsin or where you would have been, but how fascinated we were as Husker fans when Bo was coaching LSU, knowing he was coming here.
Yeah, it was interesting.
And
Yeah.
we were kind of fascinated on that LSU game. Where were you at that year when it was?
Trying to think where
I was at that game.
2007.
I went down to that game.
But
The 07 end of 07 season.
So, Coach, where were you at in 2007?
Trying to think where I was. Oh, I was here.
You was here.
Yeah, I was here. Yeah.
So literally,
Yeah.
there was
Yeah.
a fascination
Yeah.
with Bo
Yeah,
because
sure.
Bo was coaching LSU.
He's coaching their defense.
Their defense.
And they won a national title.
And he was coming here.
Yeah.
But
And that makes sense, though. That one makes sense. Like, okay, he's been established. He's the guy coming in. He's
Yeah,
gonna
but
finish
we
his-
thought we just thought it was fascinating, but also odd. Now, to your point, that might be the norm.
Well, really?
I mean, just
the number of coaches to this point that are coaching other teams that they're leaving.
It all gets back to where things get so jacked up. It's all the reason that because it doesn't happen in the NFL. It's because of college. It's because of semesters.
Right.
That's where it gets all jacked. Because the whole idea is, hey, we have to give them an option because school starts in January.
Right.
We have to be enrolled in school.
Yeah.
When you don't have that, you can just simply say, here's the deal. No, but you can lose. You can fire a guy, but no one can be rehired at a different school until the season is over.
Well, let me ask you guys this before we go. I'm going to ask you this. Don't you think they're going to put an addendum in the transfer, as far as the transfer portal, to where guys, the Washington's backup quarterback, Texas backup quarterback, they had to declare before the playoffs even started in order to even get a fair look someplace else.
Calories jacked up.
Yeah, they're going to make an addendum in that, man.
It makes it bad, but if they wanted to agree to it, they could. I think most teams now don't. If a player leaves, they don't freak out. It would have been okay for a Texas quarterback to say, "Listen, I'm in the portal. I'm going to go to Duke, but I'm all in for the."
That's happening.
He could have stayed,
and
they're doing that in other schools.
He could have stayed.
Would
and
Duke have
played.
allowed him to do that, though?
Yeah, I think Duke probably.
Yeah.
I would think so.
I think most schools are doing that. There are a lot of examples over the I mean, just nationally, of players that are in the portal yet playing
their bowl games.
Yeah, it's happening.
But how about? I have no idea how the quarterback Ewers went back in the game that he wasn't concussed. When he got tackled and his head hit the ground,
I mean, it was boom.
Right away. I go, oh, and they talked about it. They go, well, Manning's warming up. Imagine that all of a sudden if Manning had to come into that game instead of he hadn't basically played all year.
All year.
Not ready.
And all of a sudden you're in the national
Not ready.
championship
Yeah.
game because you're number 2. I said it right away. I go before the game started. I go, hey, just so you guys know, the number 2 quarterback is Manning. The other guy's gone.
Hasn't played all year.
Hasn't. I mean, he
Malik
played
Murphy.
Yeah,
Any
Malik
meaningful
Murphy.
minutes,
Meaningful,
as far
yeah,
as-
zero. Yeah.
Gone.
So imagine that all of a sudden with that last drive, they have the ball. They have to all of a sudden the last play of the game, and all of a sudden it's going to have to be him.
There's no way he's ready for that.
All right, that's it for us. The Drive with the Rafting D's next for Steve Sipple and Bill Busch. I'm Jake Sorensen. See you.
Concrete Industries, a Nebco company, has immediate job openings for precast production laborers. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k,